Hey, ladies and gentlemen, how are you? It is your girl, Jay and Jazz, back at it again, being the best K pop podcast on these K pop YouTube streets. Jazz, as always, how has your week been? Everyone.
I started working out again, and honestly, I cannot like unbend, at least not my left arm without it feeling like I'm dying. So I I've also been helping with my sister's reception for her wedding. So like I've been just doing a lot of artsy stuff, which is fun, but it's like
I
takes a
thought,
lot of time.
honestly, I thought she already got married.
So yeah, yeah. So this is a reception. So like last year they did all the planning and then they had a place that they were gonna do like the whole thing,
Mm-hmm.
but the rules that they had in place and because of COVID, they're like, all right, we want to keep this place, but like we don't want to use it now,
Mm.
so they pushed it to next year. I mean, to this year, and then we did the wedding at a different place that was like a little bit cheaper. So yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, good luck with that. Also, this sucks that you're sore because I was gonna have a spontaneous breakdancing contest, and I have to take that off the
Oh,
agenda, unfortunately,
I
guys.
mean, I still would win,
Yeah.
but you know.
Wow, I'm so rusty that even a sore you could beat me. Okay, um, but that's good. I don't know, like it's so annoying because I feel like every time I work out too, I'll be like, I haven't not worked out for like a while, so like I should still be able to jump in this, and then you're just sore. But also, I never
Yeah.
stretch, which is bad. So
Yeah.
unfortunately. Jay is a little quiet. Let's turn her up a bit. Uh okay. Hopefully that works. Hopefully I'm not too loud. But yes, as for me, guys, as usual, your girl is boring, so I didn't do anything. I seem so mad. I'm like yelling at y'all because I'm boring. Um
Well, you did like you changed the opening. You added a new opening thing,
oh yeah,
like the waiting screen. So that's something.
let me pull the chat real quick. Was the opening depressing to you? If you guys didn't notice, I changed the brick background a bit. So it's like a bit of rain because I like the thing is I like rain. I know I'm not like most girls, but I like rain. So like when I see rain, I don't think depressing. I think calming, soothing, kind of chill. Because like the vibe I want for the
Mm,
Sleepy Idol is not like like a rager bar where people are doing keg stands and stuff like that. Like I want like it's like you've been bar hopping all day, there's one or all night, all day, imagine, all night, you
mm,
know there's everywhere's closing, but that one little bar down on South Street in Crenshaw that stays open a little later than the rest, and it's very quiet,
mm,
and it's only people who are 28 and older who go there, and the bartender, and he gives you an extra lime on your tequila or whatever, and it's just very very calm. Like that's the kind of vibe I want.
mm.
um but I want to know what's
You
the
should do like I don't know, like this is probably like hard to do, but you should do like a outside view of like a bar where you see like the silhouettes of people like sitting down or something and then
hmm
standing up or something where it's like more I don't know, like an animation. And then you see the rain pouring because then it like then you get the whole feel of like, oh, there's people inside chilling. I know that's probably like hard.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let me
Easier.
just go to
Moving
5
on.
years of animation school, and then
Yeah.
well, the thing
I
is,
just thought.
I could probably find something because now I'm on Adobe Photo Stock, which is too expensive, and I really should not be subscribed to it.
Mm.
But maybe I could find something like that. But I see what you mean. I feel like it needs to have a bit more movement because I think it's kind of this weird place where you don't really know where you are. Like, is that a sign? Is that, are you in purgatory? Like, but yeah, I'm kind of, it's gonna be like a work in progress as I kind of figure out what I want
Mm.
this to look like. So you'll see it changing a lot over like the next couple weeks. As usual, guys, drinks are on break. I don't know if he's here, but if anyone
Even
wants,
with that, we have his credit card.
exactly,
Okay.
I do have his credit card. So y'all want drinks? It's on me because it's on him. Not gonna lie, my mental health hasn't been great the past few days because of new semester starting. But I got to meet with a few
Mm,
friends today on campus, so that bolstered my mood. Well, that's always sad to hear. But I hope like you're doing better. Like you could not pay me to go back to school. I'm sorry, it's too stressful. Like
yeah.
I feel like sometimes I do like romanticize it, and I'm like, especially when I watch like anime or like dramas that are like set in college. I'm like, oh my god, I remember when we used to be on like the quad and stuff. But I don't know.
Quad.
Jasmine,
Gosh.
what do you think was funnier? Which year of school did you think was the most fun for you?
The most fun?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
You're like, fuck school. What are you
what is
saying?
that? I don't know. Maybe it might be, gosh, what? I guess pre junior, my third year.
Is there a particular
Uh,
reason?
I don't know. I guess I had my own apartment. Like I was in a studio by myself, which was nice. But yeah, I
Nothing
don't know.
school related, just because you lived by yourself.
I liked where I lived. It was like a nice. I was like right next to the grocery store. I was right next to the movie theater. There's a Dunkin' Donut that I used to go to. I used to get chai latte every day, no matter what day. If it's raining, I'm going there. It was a good time. But I was kind of far from campus. That was the only
Mm.
sad part. I remember it was like one of the coldest mornings, and I had like a morning class. And he was like, you can't, like, attendance is really important. Like, it's part of your grade. So I was like, I guess I'm going to have to get out of here and walk down there. And I just remember I couldn't feel my hands.
Oh
It was like a
no.
15-minute walk
Oh
to
no.
class. And
Now
I
you
was like, I
tap
can't.
out. Uber or tap
I was
out.
like, this is terrible. But everything else besides that was fun.
That seems, yeah. I
Oh, it's
honestly.
also across from the Korean restaurant that we used to go to.
Oh, okay. But the thing is, that would have been
Yeah.
bad for me because I would have used all my money because it was like right there on
Uh,
my doorstep. But yeah, I really hope though that like it gets better as it goes on, Leanne, because yeah, school is such a struggle, honestly, and you'll be feeling good one day and then your professor will hit you with a brick of assignments and then all of a sudden you can't even do anything. But I'm glad that like, you have like a good like support system with like friends and stuff like that because I
yeah.
know like the hardest for me in college was when like my like friends started to move away and I didn't get to see them as much because we were doing different things and stuff like that. So I hope it gets
Yeah.
better for you, Leanne, like as the semester comes on. Actually, I know you're gonna crush it. I know you're gonna
Yeah.
crush it. So
And hopefully you have like other like maybe activities, like any clubs that you're into.
yes.
That'll also make it easier because I feel like if
Yes.
acapella didn't exist, I probably would have been like, I need to get out of here.
Gotta go.
End this, please.
I need a drink from the sleepy bar. I wasn't able to go outside to celebrate my birthday last Sunday.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Drinks all around for Jadello. We're celebrating Jadello's birthday tonight on the Sleepy Bar. Everyone, raise your glasses. Jadello, thank you for
so
being
raise
one of
your
the
glass.
raise your. Oh wait, I hate Pink. Okay, I mean I don't hate her.
Oh my
I don't hate her.
Oh
I
yeah, you
hate
keep
that
thinking
song.
that the radio always plays
I don't
Pink
keep
when they
thinking
don't.
it. I know it from experience.
Literally, I haven't heard Pink in months on the radio.
In centuries. I'm just scarred. It's PTSD, unfortunately. But everyone, raise your drinks to Dodello for being one of the best Patreons, of
Picture.
the Sleepy Bar. Happy birthday! I hope it's a good one tonight.
Happy birthday
To
to
ya,
you.
happy birthday to you. Let me save those whistle
Oh,
notes
I thought you
for
were
a
gonna
minute.
go. I was like waiting. I was like, where is it?
But I hope everyone's having a good night tonight. As I said, I mentioned this on Twitter because for some reason, everything decided to happen the day after last week's show. Like everyone was like, Jay and Jazz already did the show. All right, let's go. Let's go with some mess. And like literally, I was talking about this on Twitter. Like while I was writing up the outline for this week, I literally forgot that Mr. Bobby from Icon himself is a whole father with a whole baby. I was like, wait.
I forgot. I totally forgot that actually until you just said that. I forgot that was one of the news. that came out. Like, what the fudge? Wow, this week has been long, guys. What the heck? What the heck?
Honestly, see, guys, this is why I struggle with this channel sometimes. Or like, I feel like any channels that do like hot topics, hot news, or whatever, they it's hard because it's hard to stick with the news cycle because it's like you really got to be on it, you know, if you want to like be the one to first break the story or make a video. But like, I was like just shocked with everything that was coming. Like, and it was funny because it was like, oh my god, Joy and Crush are dating, big, and then it was like, Bobby's having a baby. Lucas is being exposed. Like, wait, well, I don't even know. Like, literally, it made like the first thing seemed like small fry by the time we got to the end of the week. But like I mentioned on Twitter, this is about to be a 50-hour episode. So get your drinks, guys. Tonight I'm drinking Wawa, water, as the way babies say it. Let me know what you guys are sipping on tonight in the bar. Jasmine, what are you sipping on?
Air, life. I'm kidding.
The vigor of life.
Wind pudding and air sauce, you know? How it is.
So we can actually jump into the first topic. As I mentioned, Joy and Crush are dating, which was I don't want to say it's out of nowhere because I don't know how it'd be out of, like, I don't know. They did a song together last year, so maybe it's out of somewhere. But for a quick rundown, on August 23rd, the Korean news outlet Sports Chosun reported that Crush and Joy are currently dating. The two singers collabed on the song Mayday in May of 2020, and according to Sports Chosun, they remained in touch afterwards and began dating. So shortly after this was reported, both of the companies that the singers are under, respectively, SM Entertainment and P Nation, confirmed that the two were indeed dating, saying they had a junior-senior relationship, but they recently began dating with good feelings towards each other. Now, what I thought was really, really cute, and Jasmine, you can probably correct me if I'm wrong, but do idols usually, like, I know that usually you'll have the company confirm or deny like whether two idols are together, but do the idols usually put out like a statement themselves afterwards? Is that common?
I don't know. I don't think I've ever really seen that.
That's what I was thinking of, because, or thinking about. Like, I was like, okay, usually it's funny because that exact line is usually what you hear, like senior and junior that got close. But like, what I thought was kind of interesting is both Crush and Joy released like statements on their own where they kind of like addressed fans and talked about like how they felt. So I'm gonna read them a bit. So this first one comes from at Heroes Twit on Twitter. And so essentially Crush addressed fans on his fan cafe saying, "Our fans, you must have been very surprised. This is the first time I'm conveying such news, so I'm very nervous and tensed. I'll be trying to tell you about the person that appeared in the article. The number of days where I am smiling has increased due to the positivity and brightness of that person, and my heart has also become healthier. It was only recently that we confirmed how each other felt, slowly and seriously, and so I wanted to let you guys know first at the right time, but somehow an article came out, and I'm quite taken aback too. My heart is heavy thinking about my fans that will even be more taken aback at the sudden news, and also perhaps even sad about it. I'll be grateful if you can look upon us positively with benevolence. I will make sure to take responsibility and show everyone who has always supported me unconditionally and supported me with love a good side of me. I'm always grateful and I love you." So that was Crush's address to his fans. And then Joy also wrote a message to her fans, and this translation is coming from Irene Yu on Twitter, who translated, "Hey lovelies, it's Joy. I'm very sorry to lovelies who are surprised by the sudden news. More than anyone else, it will be nice if I would have said it in advance. You must be very surprised. We came back as five after a long time. The members and lovelies we're all having fun, but I'm so sorry to have caused concern. We're in the stage of confirming each other's feelings and getting to know each other more. So with the article out so quickly, I was careful and taken aback. But I'm writing this because I feel like lovelies would have been more surprised that I was. I hope that our lovelies who care and support about me until now can understand and be supportive. I'm sorry for surprising you suddenly. I'm worried that you will be disturbed by worries today. I'm going even harder to not make you I'm going to not make you worried either harder. I think that's what it's trying to say. To our lovelies who always love me, I'm sorry and I love you. So, do you think this was sabotage? Which big three company put this out, paid to put this out to try to sabotage Red Velvet's comeback?
SM.
You think
I
SM?
think, okay. Okay.
Make it make sense.
I was just thinking about this because like I was like, what if they knew that the Lucas thing was coming out and they were like, let's get ahead of this. All right, let's put out something good. Something like where people were like, all right, cool, cute, like SM, we're looking good. Aw, before this mess comes out because we need time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I do love mess, but oh my, I hadn't even thought of that, honestly. I feel like that used to be like the thing, right? Not even back in the day. I think people still say stuff like that, but they're like, when there's a big scandal, it's always to cover up like another scandal. I feel like I hadn't even thought about that. You think they're like, oh
Yeah.
no, Lucas out here doing mess. Let's real quick.
Probably got a letter. They're like, oh gosh, who was supposed to be watching Lucas? All right, bring out the files of what we can. Bring out the files of people we can expose in our freaking groups.
I mean,
so that we can look good.
Honestly, when I was reading that, like the Lucas trials, I was shocked because he was out here doing that since 2019. So I was like, there was no hope.
As soon as he joined, he was like, all right, this is it.
Exactly.
My ticket has been won.
But honestly, I was like, I felt really bad for Red Velvet because I think mostly this is being taken pretty positively, but it's always very awkward to have something like this exposed, especially, you know, this is their first album in 2 years and now they have to kind of deal with a dating scandal. And even if no one's being vicious, there's always that awkward. Like I've already seen the articles like Joy has to wait this more long till her man's back from the military. And it's like you can't, or it's like Joy's looking pretty for crop. Like it's just like
Wait, he's in the army right now?
I think.
I thought he already finished.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
People just making any articles. There probably was an article like that.
I thought I saw it on like somewhere in the army. Is he in the army? Yes, he's a BTS stan. On November 12th, 2020, Crush enlisted for his military service, so he would still be in the army, I'm pretty sure. Okay, yeah, so I did see that. Okay, I'm not crazy. I was gonna say, am I just making up these things? But yeah, so I felt really bad on that behalf. But what I also thought was very, very awkward, and this tends to happen a lot, I think, is that they both mention in their statements that this is a fairly new relationship. Like they both say that they're kind of in the process of confirming with each other, and say that this article surprised you. And so one of the things I wanted to talk about is like that situation where like an idol's kind of forced to like confirm or like essentially date. Like I'm not saying this is particularly the situation with them because maybe they're a bit farther along, but it's like you know, maybe they were just at the talking stage, or maybe they were like not even really at that stage where they're ready to call each other boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever, what have you. But because these articles come out, like you're forced to like, you know, say something. Like I'm always thinking like I actually feel a bit relieved when an idol is exposed and they say, oh, they've been dating for 2 years, etc., 5 years, because then that means that this is at least like somewhat of a stable relationship. It freaks me out when you just hear like, oh, they've recently, or, you know, they blah, blah. And so my question is to you, Jazz, and to chat, if you were talking to somebody, like you're just in the talking stage, and a news dating article came out about you and your, you know, potential significant other, about y'all dating, what would you do out of these 3 choices? Break up.
It's multiple choice. Well,
yeah, multiple choice. Get your pen and papers out. Would you break
SAT,
up?
all over them.
Oh no, please. Break up and deny that you guys were together. Keep dating, but deny, like keep, you know, going on, keep getting to know each other, whatever, and deny that you guys are together, or decide to make it official with this person and confirm you're dating. So let me read those again. Break up and then tell, like, tell the public, make a statement that you guys aren't dating. Keep dating on the low, but tell the news outlets that you're not, because you really don't know. Keep, like, seeing each other, I should probably say. Or just be like, look, they already caught us, even though we've only known each other for 45 seconds. No, just kidding. Even though we've only been talking for 3
We
months.
just locked eyes for 2 seconds.
Even
And
though
how we're dating.
I met you when I was going to the bathroom at Inkigayo 40 minutes ago. We're going to have to. So which one would you do, Jazz? What do you think would be the safest option for you? And the least awkward, I guess.
I guess the last one, and just be like, I think I would just be like, where's I'd send like a what's it called? Make a statement, I feel like, and be like, we've only known each other for like 2 days. So don't expect anything big. Like if something big happens, I mean cool. But not making any promises, honestly.
Yeah.
Just saying. Literally just met this man. I don't even know his last name yet. So like, hey.
Honestly, I mean, I feel like that's a good one. My whole thing though is I would just feel so awkward if like we were dating and us coming forward and saying like we were dating ruined the relationship because it put too much pressure on it early on. Because now everyone's what, and maybe I was talking to a few potential bachelors. Now let me not be Lucas on these streets. But yeah, maybe I was like what if you had other people that you had good feelings towards and they're like, wait a second, you were just...
then option 2.
Oh, okay. I guess that's fair. So, but then those other people would be like, oh, so they're a junior senior relationship.
I let them know.
Oh, okay. Well, would you be honest? I guess, I don't know. It depends how people date because, gosh, I saw a chart of breaking down like the talking stage, seeing each other, dating, boyfriend and girlfriend. Like there's like so many steps like nowadays for what's considered dating. But I guess like let's use the example that it's like 2 people and you only date one person at a time, or you only talk to one person at a time. So 1, if you're only seeing one person, but then 2, if you're, kind of just seeing what's out there.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Let me real quick go into the chat, but first I'm going to put together this poll. So break up denying is the first one. Honestly, YouTube's polling system is not that bad. I actually think it's better than Twitch's. Because you don't have to set a time limit. You can just make it go forever. So break up, deny it, keep dating, getting to know each other, but deny it. Or the last option is going to be make it Facebook official. Shout outs to, what was that group called?
Which one?
The Chad Future group.
Oh, I don't want to remember.
You don't remember? Put a heart on your page, put a heart on your face. Facebook.
I said I don't want to remember. So I probably blocked it out.
I actually brainwashed myself, so I'll never know pain like that.
So I totally forgot about him.
Why? He was such an icon.
Oh yeah. And in such a awful way, I guess.
Honestly, I will say, no, let me not say he's an icon.
I mean, you already did.
Well, let me not say, because I was about to real for real back why I think he's an icon, but I don't want people coming to me and telling me, oh my god, you actually stand him? No, I don't. All right, depends how I feel about them, Heather says. I think that's fair, but it's like I feel like it might be awkward because maybe, everyone always says, oh, you either know or you don't know, but sometimes it's like, I don't know, maybe right now I don't feel that strongly about it, but maybe if I would keep dating you on the low, I could potentially feel strong about it.
Yeah.
Let's see. It's a lot of burden, but I think it depends on how much I love the person. Oh, okay. I think that's fair. Okay, most people are saying, I depend how I feel about it. Andre says option 2, because if we're still in the talking phase, there's no, we're technically not dating. Then no, we're technically not dating. That's true, but here's my thing. Similar to how I said for the last one. What was the last one? Oh, yeah. If you guys are like talking and then you deny it, and then later down the road you are dating and then you get caught again, people are going to claim you were lying. Now, let's be fair. Technically, it's nobody's business and people need to get lives if they're mad. But we've seen, instances where people are in their feelings when an idol denies it at first and then goes back around and says, actually, we are. So,
Mm.
I don't
That's
know.
why it's a third option. Telling you.
Keep it on the low.
And just let them know, like, there's no promises it's gonna last more than 1 week. So, hey,
I
be
cut them
ready.
off. Also, it depends how long I've been seeing them. 2 days versus 1 month. Okay, so let's give it a hard thing. 1 month. You've been seeing them. You've been talking. It's not hashtag Facebook official yet, but you've been talking for 1 month. Does that change anything, Jazz, in your answer?
We're just talking.
Yeah, but it's like, girl.
Because I'd be like, how did you even find out that we were even talking? I'd be like, first of all, kudos to y'all for somehow finding my text to this man. I don't know how that happened. Probably should call the police. I don't know. But we have been talking. I feel like I would say it, we were talking, but we're
to
not officially
dispatch,
dating.
you be like, listen, dispatch, we send snaps to each other every day. He
And if
asked.
they're already gonna release something, I'm like, okay, you want my statement? That is it.
Okay, that's fair. I feel like, there could be some charm in just being honest about it, being like, hey, to be honest, this is a new relationship, so you freaks who are following me around, mind your business. But if I'm being honest, yeah, it's new. Um, Paola says, just make it official, because then if you still make it, then you are truly meant to be, and just F it. Why not? Okay. So it's kind of like, you know what? YOLO. If this
Yeah,
flops, it flops. If it doesn't,
it's our
then it's a crazy story to tell our children.
Yep.
Um, let's see. Somebody's saying about true, but then when you do start dating, you get found out, there's probably 1,000 more backlash because now you're seen as a liar, which is like, yeah, like I mentioned before. But don't you think that's weird though? People are like, you betrayed us by not being honest. But I feel like that happened with Hicho and Momo, because I feel like they were like caught or outed, or a report was made about them dating like a couple months before they officially confirmed it, and people were like, see.
Is that what they were like?
I told you.
Well, I, mm, I guess, but like, I'm trying to think, like if I would do something different in their situation.
It's hard. I would just be like, just don't do this. I'm like, please don't do this to me, bitch patch.
Just beg to them before it even comes up. Please. You should put that as a fourth option.
Beg to dispatch.
Beg dispatch.
Give dispatch some money. Oh, you know what? Yeah, you could take the Jenny and G Dragon approach and just be like, or I feel like the YG approach in general, and just be like, anyway, moving on to something that matters.
That's true.
I'm very interested by this poll. Right now, we have 53% of the vote is saying keep dating, but deny it. And then 47, we have that make it official and confirm it. So nobody's saying break up and deny it, which is, I guess, kind of extreme. Maybe that should have been an option. Oh, wait, now it's 50-50. So we have 50 people for each. That's interesting. I just make a statement saying mind your business. I feel like I would want to do that, but I don't know. I feel like YG, because they've been so consistent with the mind your business statement, people will take it. But I feel like there's been a lot of instances where it's like, if you try to take the mind your business approach, people will keep digging. Like, I remember Dispatch, Miss Messy Dispatch loved to, like, when an idol or an agency denied something, they're like, but what about these pictures? Ain't that you? Is that not you? What is that? Like, which I would be terrified for. But.
Yeah. But hold on. I have to get my laptop charger because I just realized I did not. It's like dying.
Oh, no. No problem. We'll just gossip about you behind your back. No biggie.
Oh, well, I can still replay the whole
I will be deleting that part. I will.
Okay.
All right, let me jump into the comments while Jazz is getting her laptop chatter. I don't even think it's about being honest. Fans just getting mad seeing their idols dead. That's true. I do think some people try to act like they're mad for one reason when the real reason is just the dating. And like, no matter what you would say, they'd be, ticked. Like, they'll act like it's like, no, it's because of this, that. That's why I feel for Sungmin. Like, I was actually arguing with a friend in the Sungmin case from Super Junior. While a lot of fans were like, oh, it's not because he was like dating and married, it's because he was like putting his wife's name in the signature and stuff like that and disrespecting us. I was like, okay, because technically, you're a fan of him, not his wife, so that's weird. But I feel like it all really does boil down to the fact that you don't like that he was dating. Maybe I'm being insensitive to the fans. Sorry, Suju Sungmin fans, but that's always what I felt. Dispatch invented the "this you" trend, honestly, truly, which I actually think is quite interesting because I noticed that with a couple of these last few dating announcements or dating reports, there hasn't been pictures to accompany it. It's literally just been like, we know y'all are dating, and then they either ignore it or confirm it. Like, for example, with Jennie and G-Dragon, we didn't get any pictures. The Momo and Hichul, there was no like incriminating dating pictures like they used to be the norm, which I actually quite like, because it's like, if you're gonna expose somebody and like expose, like, invade their privacy, I mean, you shouldn't, but if you're gonna do it, like, don't have like the pictures, because I feel like that's always just so like, not incriminating, but it just like becomes so embedded in the idol's like history. Like, I remember, hey Jazz, I was just talking about how like it seems to like the norm of having pictures accompany dating reports doesn't seem as like, I feel like only Dispatch be doing that nowadays. Like, I feel like for the past couple few idol or dating announcements in general, you haven't really seen those like pictures, of them with the low down hats.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Like, I don't know if it's just like um a Dispatch thing,
at
but I
time.
noticed, yeah, they're just like, we know, girl, so if you want to confirm or deny, go ahead, but just know we know. um Dang, Andre with the true "let's be for real, oppa" or "Oni don't want you." Damn, that's y'all, not me. I'm just kidding. um, Nixie says, because apparently Dispatch always contacts the agency first. Maybe they get paid to not show pics. Maybe. I don't know. That's the thing. I know that's always been like a debate, and I would probably agree that's probably like part of it. But I would like, because I feel like the whole thing about like contacting the company first is like, oh, maybe they'll give us hush money or something like that. I feel like these
Mm,
days the report probably way out like is more valuable than like any hush money, because you have clicks that are coming to your site.
yeah,
I don't know.
that's true.
Did we see pics of Jihyo and Daniel? I don't think so. Do you remember
Huh.
pics? Jazz, can you remember the last time we saw pics? Probably the last Dispatch couple, whatever that was.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I remember Jenny and Kai.
I didn't mean to laugh, but that was so. What was that? That was. I had that as a quiz question on Who Wants to Be a K-pop Billionaire. I don't remember. I don't remember. What was the last biggest couple? I don't know. But while people are giving opinions, and I'm gonna end the poll here because it seems like it left on 50-50. Oh no, one person picked breakup, deny, denying the couple.
Bless you.
Thank you. But the top score here was keep dating, but deny it. So y'all said it's none of y'all business. One of the things I wanted to also ask is that, so like, maybe it's just me, because I do be on my grown ting lately, and I think this is a good thing, so nobody think I'm being like, I feel like idols should be persecuted or like dragged or like chastised or harassed for being couples. But is it me, or like, is it like these couples aren't really that shocking?
I mean, the Gen Kai thing was weird to me.
Well, I think, okay, Jen
Not
Kai,
weird, but like
yes, out of nowhere, you think?
interesting. Yeah. It's like, okay,
I think
interesting.
so. Jen Kai, I think, was 2018, maybe 19, but I think within the last 2-3 years, no, 2-ish years or so, like I feel like maybe because it's just being normalized idol dating, there's not that big of like a thing. Like yes, it will trend, but I don't know. Y'all have to understand when I started reporting on K-pop, that was the year Baekhyun and Taeyeon happened. And the like multi-month trauma that caught like that level of messiness I feel like has not been seen in a long time, and it's a good thing, right? Like I'm not saying that like I want people, because like I remember Baekhyun, his fans were like giving him his cold shoulders. Oreos across the globe were being harassed and crushed. People were being mean to Taeyeon and things like that. Don't want that. But I feel like as of late, people are just like, an idol's revealed, people are like, ah, and then like move on. Because in my opinion,
wait a minute.
What?
Sorry, random. Are G-Dragon and Jenny still dating?
All right, let's finish.
I feel like that blew like yes. I totally forgot about them.
Well, here's the thing. We have to say alleged because YG, but two YG, like YG don't be confirming one idol. Two idols? No. They never confirmed it, but it's pretty much like everyone's like, yes, they're dating, but they're not finna tell you, right? So, but that's funny because I was gonna bring that up. I was thinking the like World War Z that would have caused if it was revealed in like in 2017. Now granted, Jenny was a lot younger, she was a lot like newer to the scene, so that alone. But it's like I feel like people are like, well, whatever, which is good, but I'm just like, it's weird coming from like when I came into K-pop, like even idols of the opposite sets looking at each other for too long, people were like, not on my watch.
Kick him out of the group, please.
Kick him out of the galaxy.
He's a disgrace.
Like they're like,
he's bringing the other members down. Like, how would you feel?
Oh no, brown cow.
Why?
I don't know. Yeah. Wait, are people still doing the rumor that Baekhyun and Taeyeon are still together?
What? Is that a rumor?
No, because the whole thing was like when they broke up, their companies never confirmed it. So people are like, oh, they're secretly together still. And
they're married.
Yeah.
They have kids.
I mean, that's the trend now. Chen really outsold.
I was going to say, Chen set a trend. Because when my other friends were like, oh yeah, did you hear about Bobby? And I was like, well, Bobby was copying Chen. And they're like, what happened with Chen? And I was like, the same exact thing, but a year before. He was ahead of his time, I'm just gonna say.
He really set the trend of secret children, so
yeah, secret children and a wife. Who knew?
But yeah, I just feel like it's pretty wild. But okay, this is a little messy, guys, so don't. Jazz, my question to you is, and to chat, what couple reveal do you think would get, like in 2021, if it was revealed, would get the same type of favor that a Baekhyun Taeyeon couple would get? No age gaps, because obviously if it was like somebody who just debuted in like a Super Junior aged idol, that's but like somebody who like their fans are just so volatile either towards each other or something like that. I was thinking a BTS member. Because the thing is,
anything with a BTS member.
No,
anything.
I don't think anything, because I feel like if it was like a BTS member and like IU, people would be like, oh my god, that's so cute. I don't know if they beef like that anymore, but that's a Blackpink member and a BTS member. But I don't know if they beef like that. I don't know if they beef like that anymore. Okay.
I think that would be great. I'm like, let it happen, please. I'm getting my popcorn ready as we speak.
Jungkook and Jimin. Jimin from Jimin, Park Jimin in his group, or Jimin, Jamie Jimin? Because I feel like there are people who be like worldwide, like there are some people who be like, I've been waiting for this. But there are people.
Yeah, if it was within the group, oh gosh, there's so many fans that would just be like, finally, my ship. But it has happened.
But I
was right.
Homophobes would, they would whatever. But we don't care about them. A BTS member and a Twice member. Listen, I feel like people would look fondly on that. I feel like people would be like,
Yeah.
oh, that's so cute. Like the Nation boy group, Nation's girl group. I think Twice and Army get along pretty, or Once in Army get along pretty well. I feel like, so I feel like when V and Lisa, okay, I'm feeling like that's a, but the
That'd
thing
be
is,
a power couple.
yeah, I feel like people, like, the thing is, love Jenny, but I know people go bat, like, insane about her. But she's already dating D-Dragon. But, like, I feel like a BTS member and Jenny would, like, cause, at least on Stan Twitter.
Jungkook and Jenny.
Jungkook and Jenny. That would be cute. Somebody said Jungkook and IU. I can see it, but I feel like people would think it was cute because he's been such a long time fan. Your face.
I
I feel
How old is IU?
IU was born in 1993, Jungkook in 1997. So they're
Oh,
only 4
why?
years apart.
She's been around too long.
She's one of those people. I think
It makes me feel like she's 30 something.
she debuted when she was like 13. So
Oh god.
yeah, she's been around for a while.
I could never. Literally.
BTS with anyone, frankly, even a non-celebrity. I feel like people might leave.
Oh,
them
if it was a
alone.
non-celeb, I feel like they would be like, we gotta find him. We gotta find who this is.
That's true. Because people
We're gonna
flipped
expose
out.
it.
People flipped out when people thought that Jungkook was dating that tattooist.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. BTS.
Yeah, they're like, I feel like they would find every detail about her and be like, why are you dating him? Is it for the money?
That's true.
Are you a fan?
That's true. My favorite thing are people who are like, oh yeah, like I don't care if my like faves date. Like they need to be happy. Except I wouldn't want them to date this person, this person, this person, this person, or this person, this person. Not because I care, but it's like they're not good for them. It's like two people you don't know, you're sure they're not good for each other. Tell me how that works. Like you don't know either of them. It's funny though how people like act like they don't care and then but then they have all these ground rules for who's okay to date their faves as if they have any say. Girl,
yeah.
But yeah, these are very very interesting options. But yeah, but good luck to Joy and Crush. Very cute couple. I thought it was very very cute that they met via working together and then they kind of just stayed in contact. I always find situations like that always so cute. Like, and if they like stay together and get married, they have a cute like story to tell their child. I'm hoping that they can feel as free, if they get more serious about each other, they can feel as free as Don and Hyuna. That's really like
the goals.
Yeah. So good luck to them both. And moving on.
Good luck.
That's so messy though that they did this while they're in the midst of while they're in the midst of doing like just coming back. Like for what?
Yeah.
For what? All right. Just, this is a long title. Okay. All right, next up. So, when you think Butter remix, who would be the perfect rapper to be featured on a remix of Butter, Jazz?
Maroon 5.
That's too many people. Oh well, I guess only Adam Levine sings.
Yeah.
Do you think what would he sing? There's already too many people.
Any part.
It could sound good.
It just sounds like I don't know.
You think it sounds like a Maroon 5 song?
It sounds like some, not really. Maybe, actually, Bruno Mars. Sounds more like a Bruno Mars song.
That's really true. I heard somebody, like, people were, like, ragging on Butter and I think Dynamite. And somebody was like, y'all know that if Bruno Mars sang this song, y'all would be eating it up like chicken. And I was like, that's kind of true. I mean, not to say that Bruno Mars sound exactly like this, but yeah, I think that's kind of true. Like 1 point army. But yes, well, wrong, because sorry, that was mean. Wrong, because apparently there is supposed to be a remix of Butter dropping featuring tomorrow, actually, featuring none other.
Oh, it's tomorrow.
Yeah, it's supposed to be tomorrow. Oh wait, was there an update?
Oh no, no.
Oh, okay. I just because I
I was
actually,
just
yeah, I don't
I'm
actually don't
scared.
know. Oh, maybe we can stay up and listen to it. But yes, there is a supposedly a remix out there of Butter featuring none other than Meg the Stallion. That just made me seem like Okay, there we go. Featuring none other than Miss Meg the Stallion, but apparently it's where we don't know if we're gonna get it because her label 1501 Entertainment is trying to block it. So according to a report by TMZ, according to new legal documents obtained by TMZ, Meg claims her label, 1501 Certified Entertainment, and its honcho, former MLB star Carl Crawford, are doing everything they can to stop her from putting out a new song with BTS. In the docs, MTS says she's featured. Oh, Megan the Stallion, y'all. I can't read. Anyway, Megan the Stallion says she's
Oh,
featured. She's the featured artist on a remake to K-pop groups, the K-pop group BTS's popular Butter track, and says it's supposed to drop Friday unless her label is able to block it. Meg believes if released, Butter will help her expand her international fan base thanks to BTS's massive brand. She claims 1501 told her they don't believe the song would be good for her recording career, but she says that excuse is just a cover, and deep down the label is trying to shake her down for six figures and force her to pay them to sign off on the song's release. So now this is actually not the first time Meg had trouble with this label. I don't remember the details, but I remember she had signed like a kind of like shady deal with them, where they like took a lot of money and she was like trying to get out, and they like were also not letting her release music. It was a lot of weird things, and she was trying to get out. And I remember a similar thing came out when where they were trying to block her when she was trying to release like her first album, or like a batch of old songs. So like she's kind of been going back and forth. I thought this had been settled and she like left the label because I know she's also signed to Jay-Z. So maybe like this is her, like they just manage her. Maybe Jay-Z's company just manages her, and this 1501 is still in charge of music things. But it was a similar thing where they had to go through like a whole lawsuit to try to release the song. But what I found is interesting, I feel like this is a good move for her to expose this, because I've already seen Army being like trend, mass report, not report, but like send them stuff, blah blah. But what do you think, Jazz, about her label saying that this remix wouldn't be a good look for her? Allegedly, that being the reason why they won't let her release it. Do you think this mashup makes sense?
no. No, I don't. I'm just I just don't see it. Like I don't I'm just trying to hear what she would like where the rap would go. Like this song just doesn't sound like I guess she would go after the rap section,
Mm. Yeah, you're right.
but it's just like that was already weirdly placed in the song. Like it already changed up the whole entire thing. So I'm like, to make that longer with her rap would just be like, okay,
Yeah,
interesting.
I mean, it is very interesting. They could, because I remember when BTS did Mic Drop with what's his name, Designer. They took out J Hope in Sugar's verse and replaced it essentially with his verse. And then what
And
happened
they
is
can't,
that
okay, and that's another thing. They can't take out Sugar's verse because literally he had the best verse in the whole entire song. I listened to that like 10 times when this song came out.
yeah, I
So
agree.
can't replace that.
We're the CEOs of the Sugar's Lines Protection Agency. You cannot, and J Hope's Lines Protection Agency. I mean, I feel like it could sound good. I remember people being super skeptical when it was revealed that her and Doja Cat would be on the remix to Ariana Grande's 34 plus 35. Like a lot of people like, how?
That's weird.
I feel like a lot of people just think of her like, hardcore rapping, like very very like hard driven beats and things like that. So anything it's
Uh,
people are just like, how is she gonna rap to that? I made a couple jokes.
hmm.
I was like,
It was actually just you. You were leading the whole entire like crusade.
I'm the one that wrote the statement for her company. Oh wait, Rock is just her manager. Yeah, she's still in litigation to get out of the contract with the other company. Okay, that's what I thought. All right, so that must be a pain every time she
That
wants to release
sucks.
something or do something. Meg's
Yeah.
reasoning for wanting the song released is kind of sus. Sounds like she's using them for international fame. I mean, to be fair, I feel like maybe it's a trade off.
It's
Like,
both. Yeah, I was looking at both ways.
Meg is very hot in the States right now. So, like, I mean, the thing is, Butter was doing good, but I did notice that it kind of like fell a bit in the charts. And I would imagine like they want to pump some more energy into it, throwing Meg the Stallion on
Yeah.
these days of Meg the Stallion versus. So I feel like it's mutual benefit. But at least she's being honest. She's like,
Yeah.
yeah, people don't know about me worldwide. Like most people know about me in the US. So but I
Yeah.
mean that's fair. No, Blue, we haven't talked about Lucas yet. We're waiting to the very last moment. So um oh god, the comments on the all K-pop articles about this just hurts my head. People saying she's too vulgar for BTS and using them for clout, and I'm just like, y'all tripping. Okay, here's the thing. Okay, actually, Jazz, what do you think about that? A comment like that? I feel like you'll be able to sum it up better than I can. I feel like you're more. What do you think?
Willa?
What do you think when BTS, let's do it, collabs with an artist and people say they're using them for clout?
I don't know.
What is your opinion?
I think it's stupid because I feel like what you just said, it's like it goes both ways. It's like, of course they're gonna use them for clout, and it's like vice versa,
Mm-hmm.
where it's like you're trying to get something out of it. So like
Mm-hmm.
it's just weird and unnecessary to just be like keep saying this each time
Mm-hmm.
they collab with someone because at some point it's like it doesn't make any sense.
Exactly.
Like,
Like it's not like they're collabing with, I don't know, me. Like at that point, there's no benefit. Actually, just kidding.
yeah,
If they collab with
it's only
me,
a benefit for you, not for
it's
them.
only a benefit for them, not for me. Like, what would I do? No, just kidding.
Uh,
I mean, we do have the number one K-pop podcast. Not saying that BTS is trying to leech off us, but if the shoe fits, wear it. No, just kidding. But the thing is, I agree, but I feel like that's just the nature. Just like exactly, Jazz. Like that's the nature of the entertainment industry, and BTS would not be like BTS. Obviously, there's many artists they collabed with that they're bigger than or have sell more than blah blah blah, but it doesn't mean it's always just that. Like it's not a charity basically, right? So if
yeah,
they're collabing with somebody, it's because they know or their company knows they can benefit. And also, what happened to them just liking somebody? Like maybe they just liked her and they're like, oh yeah,
yeah,
Crybaby was my song or whatever. Like, you know, I did the hot girl summer
yeah,
challenge. Like it might be that too. It
yeah.
might be that. Like, I don't know. I feel like people
I
always
know.
take a very negative approach to stuff like that. And like in a way, I do get being protective of BTS and other artists and things like that. But like I feel like sometimes the fandom comes off as very hostile, thinking so negatively about everyone they collab with. Like, and it's not giving,
Yeah,
I don't want to go as far as saying it's giving BTS a bad look, but it's not giving the army a great look, or any fandom that does that a great look. Um
yeah.
and like about her being too vulgar, like do y'all think she's dumb? Like she's
Huh?
not gonna come on a BTS song being like booty clap,
Oh.
clap cheek, and a booty clap. Like
And a song about butter. Smooth
exactly.
like butter. Really.
Spread them cheeks like a butter on a toast piece. Like she's probably not gonna say that because they have to clear
Watch
the
her
verse.
say that.
I
Watch
was,
that be the exact line she starts.
I was like, eh, spread it like butter on my booty cheeks. Eh.
Wait, wait, did you write this? Hold on.
Hot girl butter. But yeah. Like I feel like they would not let her roll up in there saying, I mean, to
Yeah.
be fair, I even think Designer, when he did the mic drop thing, like there is some stuff that maybe like you don't really hear on BTS songs, but it wasn't like he was going like blah, 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 like, you know, like I
Yeah. Does he do that in other songs?
I don't know. I know a one Designer song. It's the Panda, and
Yeah.
I don't know what
Oh
he's
yeah,
saying.
Panda, Panda. I got broads in Atlanta. Did a banana. Oh no, it says. Yeah. I only know like the first line. That's
But it's good. It's
Like a
catchy. It's
broad.
definitely catchy. They still call Halsey a clout chaser to this day.
Which is so weird. Like I don't get it. Like why do they when BTS is on a song, they'll be like on like they feature on another person's song, they're like, wow, you're clout chasing. When a person is on their song, it's like, wow, you're clout chasing. And it's like, how is it every time anybody's with BTS, it's
Yeah.
like they're somehow clout chasing. Like, what? Like, not every time. Like BTS, I get like they are desirable, but they're not
Mhm.
like that desirable. Like they're not the only group or the only act in the whole entire world
Yeah.
that will get stuff like done or something.
And
It's just weird.
even if there are like super desirable, like there's other reasons why people like there's other qualities you can bring to the table other than being really really famous and really really popular. Like maybe
Yeah.
somebody's really unique with the way they do their music. Maybe they like rap in a way that's very unique. Like I feel like it's just like equating the only type of value and worth to sales. Like there's other reasons why you would be a valuable artist to collab with other than, you know,
You're popular.
yeah. And it's just like very, very frustrating because I feel like if I was like, when I eventually get my collab with BTS, like I'm gonna feel scared because it's like this is like a dream come true, but also like are people gonna be like you dumb B word, like you stinky, like you're just trying to like, I heard you call butter cream cheese you flop. And I'm like, no.
Is this you? Is this you?
And I'm like,
We're gonna send this to Jungkook.
I'm like, no, no. Booty so soft, remind him of cream cheese. Like I don't even know. Like I would be like I'd be scared to have my dreams come true because I feel like I have to be this perfect collab artist and like be on my best behavior. And if I even said anything in the past that like maybe is not like the gels with them, then like I'll get crucified. And I feel like it puts BTS in a hot, like it's very stage mommy sometimes because I feel like it even might put BTS in an awkward situation because like they don't tend to like call out like their fandom. I don't think anyone does. It's not like they do, but
Yeah.
like there'll be instances where like there some people thinking they're doing it protecting BTS will like straight up harass people, and so it's like must feel awkward for them to be like, oh, I really wanted to cloud with this person, but now like some people in my fandom are calling them flop cloud chasers. Oh well,
Yeah.
no, just kidding. But like yeah, it's kind of like booty so soft with my cream cheese. No, just kidding. But yeah.
Stop.
Hi,
That actually
Break.
sounds disgusting.
Hey, Break. Everyone get your drinks from Break. Break. Pass around your credit card so everyone can get drinks at the Sleepy Bar. He doesn't know we already stole it, so just play along. But yeah,
We put a cardboard piece, like a little cardboard rectangle in place for him. He's like, wait a minute. Why isn't this scanning?
it's a crudely drawn
We
picture
thought it
of
through.
him. But yeah, well, I guess we'll find out tomorrow if she was able to override her label because it's supposed to drop on the 27th, and I definitely think with this if it does come out, it will definitely boost. Like that's the thing. If it does come out a new remix, it's gonna boost them up the Billboard charts for the following week.
Yeah.
So that's another positive. So yeah, overall,
I'm just one last thing. Like, what exactly is the company trying? I'm like, what are they trying to get? I'm just kind
I
of
guess
like
money.
confused.
She's in
But
the
like, wouldn't you get money from releasing it? I'm just confused.
listen. I need to look at the contract, y'all. But I guess it's
Because
just
that
like
sounds.
I don't know. Maybe they'd get more. I don't listen, y'all. I'm trying my best out here. I forget. I wish I would have reviewed the last time they tried to do this turn. Why exactly they rationale that this was a better idea? Maybe it's just to exert control in general. And it's like, okay, if we'll let you release the song if you do X, Y, and Z or something like that. I imagine it's something like that.
Okay.
But yeah, overall, good luck. I hope it comes out. I'm really ready. I feel like it could be fun. It could be cute. Maybe they even filmed a little bit of like a music video or something. Maybe we get like a visual with it.
Like
That
Nicki
could be
Minaj
fun.
sitting on a random chair.
Yeah.
CGI.
What's up, Korea? That was so. Oh God, that was so crazy. I remember I was so excited when it came out.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. So the thing is, what I love about the Sleepy Bar is that we're all low-key psychic. Like, we're psychic, we're powerful, we call stuff, we're so smart. Because were we not last stream talking about
Mm.
who potentially will be the um next member of this new Source Music group? And we brought up well, one of you guys did. Let me not take all the credit. But one of
It
y'all
was me.
one of y'all brought up Ha Yoonji. Or is it Yoonjin? Sorry. Ha
That's
Yoonjin.
Yunjin.
Is it Yoonji? Oh, Ha Yoonji. Yeah. Ha Yoonjin.
Yunjin. Yunji?
I'm so fake. Yoonjin.
Okay. Okay, that's what I thought. I was like, wait.
That's so funny that I forgot her name, or I messed up her name, because I'm about to stand out for her. So I look like a fake fan per usual, but y'all know how that go. But yes, it was announced recently on August 24th that Produce 48 contestant Ha Yoonjin has transferred from Playlist to Source Music to join Sakura Miyawaki and Cheon in the upcoming Source Music girl group. I'm very, very excited about this, but we did mention this because, just as a reminder, this new group that Source Music is trying to make and about to put out, it's apparently supposed to consist of 5 to 6 members, and 2 to 3 of those members are supposed to be girls who are actually in Eyes One, and the other members are actually supposed to be girls that participate in Produce 48. And so we talked about last stream, we talked about like which members we think might be in, how this is such a good idea, how Source Music and Hybe are making moves, how this might be one of the reasons why they seem so willing to like let go of G-Friend, etc., etc. So let me just speak on my girl Yoonjin, because I am so happy about this. Like, this is a redemption arc moment, and y'all, she was born in 2001, so for y'all saying no oldies last stream, okay, she's
young.
Yeah. All right.
It's our criteria.
Yeah. Y'all said no ancient artifacts, and I took that personally.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't have said that.
That's what y'all were saying.
That would mean I'm old.
I said gone, and you all were like, ah! Like, y'all.
Well, because personally speaking, would I want to go there if I was her at this age, and they've already screwed me over like twice in my life?
That's true. I feel like that's more of a trauma thing. I would not want to go there. Yeah. But some background on my girl Yoonjin. So she was born in 2001. She was born in Korea, but she was raised in the United States. South Korea. In 2017, she passed an audition and she joined Playlist. And then in 2018, she participated in Mnet's Produce 48. Now, she ended up finishing 26. I think she got cut in the top 20 episode. But the reason why I love this so much for her, and those of you who watch Produce 48, you probably know, she was somebody who, I don't want to say got a bad edit.
Evil editing?
The thing is, I don't want to say evil editing per se, because what happened actually happened. But I still feel very bad for her, because it was a situation where, like, there was no way that she would have known any better. So if you guys don't know, she got cut due to a controversy where a lot of people felt, or she kind of lost popularity after a controversy where some people felt that she was being really, really greedy. So when she started off, she was never too like not popular. I think her first ranking was like 19, which is pretty good out of like all the 100 or whatever. So she kind of like floated around. Like, I don't think she ever got under like 30 or whatever, but starting off, she was pretty popular. And then in episode 3 of the season, she kind of shot up to popularity because they were doing like group performances. They performed this AKB48 song called High Tension, and she was like a star. Like her like solo cam or whatever went viral. People loved her. I think prior to that, maybe she was like ranking 22, but after that, along with other things, like a lot of people started looking fondly on her, and she like jumped up to like 11th place. However, between that episode airing and her jumping up like the rank to 11, there's a competition that happened where they were broken up into groups and they're all given songs to sing. So her group was the Into the New World group, and y'all know the history of Into the New World. Everyone, like, that's just such an iconic SNSD song. Everyone wants the killing parts. Everyone wants to be like the vocal center, because the thing is, she can blow. Like, she can sing very, very well. So what happened is that she was in this group, and at the time, the last ranking she saw of herself was like pretty low or whatever. So she was like thinking to herself, this is like, I need to shine with this performance. And so Nako, who was one of the girls who eventually made it into IZ*ONE, she was also in her group. And so what happened is that when her group was like deciding parts, they basically decided that like anyone who wants the main part with all like the killing vocals and stuff like that, they're gonna audition. So her and Nako, I think they all auditioned for the main part, but essentially what happened is that after a vote, Nako won, and she was given the main part. So instead of just like conceding, being like, all right, bet I'll just take whatever I get, she basically like was like, wait, guys, I know this is weird, but can we please like reconsider, like re-audition or whatever? Can we do this again? Because, you know, I really think I would be good for the main part. And so I remember this being so controversial. Even if you go back in the Produce like 48 Reddit, like there's a thread about this, like debating whether this was like what ruined her, because essentially it was very, very awkward, because she was basically like, obviously she just wanted another chance, but it was basically her saying like, nah, I'm better than Naka. Like, not really, but she's like, I think I can do this, you know? And it was kind of awkward, because it was like, well, you know, it puts Nako in like an awkward position. It puts, you know, if they do a revote, that's kind of awkward too. But it ended up that Nako just gave her the main part. And the thing is, she did kill it. She was really, really good. But a lot of people saw that as very, very selfish. And not to mention, at the end of that episode where that performance aired, because one of the reasons why she was so like, you know, please give me this main part, was because she was like worried about her position. But at the end of the episode, when the performance actually aired, she was revealed to be like 11th place. So like she was literally in the top 12, but she didn't know that because that was recorded long before those votes came in. So after that, a lot of people felt really bad about her, and she started to plummet and eventually got eliminated at 26th place. And I always felt like it was so like, I see people's opinion, and Nako was like it was like, if you were going to do this to anyone, don't let it be Nako, because she was very popular at the time as well. But I felt like a lot of people were really harsh on her, and I still felt, despite like the fact that that happened, overshadowed how good her performance was. And even in the final rankings of like the individual members, she didn't even come in first place. So I always felt bad, because I feel like she got this bad rep for being selfish and greedy, but like I could see why. Because it's like, if you're good at this one thing, you really want to show off like you're good at this one thing. So it's like, this is my one chance to show off like that I'm good at this one thing. So it's just like, I don't know, I always felt bad because she was very, very young. A lot of people were like talking about the difference between like, you know, because there's a lot of foreigner fans that were like, it's not that bad, but they're like eating her up in Korea, and they're like, oh, it's a culture clash and things like that. But yeah, so I'm really, really happy that she's getting a second chance to be in this group.
Did they show the auditions?
I think they did. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did.
Was she actually better?
I mean, ladies and gentlemen, Nako stands. She's a better singer than Nako. I am just saying, I know there's preference. I know. Listen, I know. But I personally think she's a stronger singer than Nako. And like I said, it wasn't like she like did all this and then she sucked. She was still good, but nobody cared, because it was already tainted by the fact that people felt that she was being very, very greedy by even asking. And I can kind of see it, because it's like, okay, they decided to do it on a vote. You lost. Yeah. Take the L and go.
I just find it weird, like if she was the better singer, since I didn't hear it, like why would they go with Nako?
Well, like, here's the thing. That was a big debate, and like I feel like a lot of controversy in that season ever, because like how do I say this? I feel like it's like a difference in preference, I guess. Because a lot of the girls did sing a bit more, like a lot of the, there's like, you know how like there's a certain way, like tonal way that sometimes you'll hear like with Japanese singers. Like a lot of people like that, some people don't, and things like that. So I feel like there was like, you know, maybe like a difference of what could like constitutes a good voice. There was a lot of,
that makes sense.
silly controversy, I think, where a lot of people felt like the Japanese members in that group only voted for her because she was Japanese. Which I feel like is like people just being nationalistic and things like that. But I mean, at the end,
Yeah.
they voted her and they said they were doing it on a vote. So it was kind of like whatever. But the thing is, I saw it more as ambitious that she was like, guys, please, you will not be disappointed. But I can also see why it's awkward because then it's like, for the person who did win, it's like, so you're just saying you could do it better than me? Like, and she could.
That's true.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I would have done that. I feel like I'm petty. So I I would probably be like, hopefully she messes up. And then people look back look back at my audition and they're like, wow, that why didn't we go with her? And I'd be like, I mean, I tried. I said I wanted to do it, but y'all pick Nako, so it's whatever.
That's another thing.
It was cool.
A lot of people were like, she did Nako in a solid because they felt like Nako wouldn't have been able to handle it. Yeah. And then she probably would have had a bad performance. And so she like saved Nako from having a poor performance. And then she also made Nako look like a hero because when Nako gave it to her, people were like, wow, what an angel for giving this
Nako was beggar. Probably like, I didn't want this anyway. I don't know why they picked me. I was just auditioning to practice. Like, calm down.
That was an accident, y'all. Andre said that high tension performance was amazing. It truly was. It was really, really good. Like, she killed it. I was like, oh, okay, bringing that energy. This is not Produce next top best friend. Honestly, that's the thing that sucks about Produce. You can't just roll up in there and be good. Like, you have to. There's a reason, like, you know how everyone always gets mad where the one that seems talentless somehow is still really, really popular and stuff like that. Like, that always happens every single season.
Yeah.
For real, the Nako fans really got to her. Yeah. It was sad.
Like,
you feel like what?
The best idea, like, I don't know if, I feel like I might have said this on a different stream, that, like, you should go into, like, one of these shows and like be good at what you do, like be an awesome singer. But when you audition, you do slightly bad. And then you gradually get better. Like you just kind of do whatever skill you already have. Like, you know, you're already good, but you slowly somehow look like you're getting better and better as time goes on. And then people are like, wow, oh my gosh, the come up is real. And you're like, I mean, I just practiced. And I believed. Then people are like, we got to put her in this group.
Honestly, no.
She's got to get in there.
People love an improvement story. People love to say that this person improved. And
Black horse.
Exactly. And people love to feel sympathetic for somebody who's not that good. So that actually, if they ever bring Produce back, hopefully they don't, or I guess this would work on any like survival show, that is actually a solid strategy. Because like, if I feel like there was some girl who did that. I remember, I think it was on that season of Produce, she had an audition and she sang really, really bad, but then people found out she was she was like on Broadway pretty much, like she did musicals and stuff.
Okay. You also have to make sure that you're just a fresh trainee.
That's true.
Like no one's seen you before. Maybe you sang at like your high school, but like could have been a fluke. I don't know. You could be like, oh yeah, I sang good there, but like honestly, ever since then I got my tonsils taken out, and then ever since that moment in my life, everything's gone downhill. And then you cry, and then you add to this story.
Yes, you need a sub story. I voted. Oh, okay. Let's look at the poll. I put out a poll that said, if you were Yoonjin, would you ask for a revote? So, like, referring to that situation. We had 62 people say yes, and 38% of people said no. The thing is, what I feel really, really bad is that the fact that she was high after, like, her ranking was high, I feel like a lot of people that added to people being like, you greedy B-word or whatever, but, like, she didn't know. So it was just, like, a series of very unfortunate events. That just led to her demise. But that's why I'm just so like happy that she's getting this second chance. And this group, I feel like, is about to literally blow up. Like I have to commend Somu. Like, I know they're being messy with the whole G friend thing and like giving fans goods. So not comment on that. But the plan for this group, I feel like was very well thought out. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like this is about to be like the people they're picking. There was also a report I wanted to mention that in regards to not her particularly, but the group in general, apparently, let's see. It was confirmed that among the three Eyes One members who were recruited for this new girl group, the last one is still in discussion. And this member, who is known to have about a year left on their contract with an existing agency, is said to be more interested in acting than in idol activities. So I'm thinking that's either Minjun, Ju, or Haewon, which two great choices. So
I want Minju.
yeah, I was gonna say.
I'm a Minju stan. She better get in there. I hope she jumps on this.
I hope so too. But yeah, it seems overall most of you guys are saying that you would ask for a revote, so I can end the
I'm
poll
too shy
here.
for that. I already know that would just be like, it would be like, I want to say, like, please redo this, but it would just end up be like, yeah, yeah.
Go ahead.
I mean, yeah, cool. I'll sing sub vocal. It's okay. Cool.
I won't sing it all. I'm sorry.
I'll stay in the back.
Yeah. You can step on me.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'll rap. Oh, wait, there's no rap? Okay. Oh, cool. Thanks.
I was thinking about, because I was gonna get my hair braided again for the first time in a really long time, and I got stressed out because I was thinking about how, like, a lot of times when you go to get your hair braided, like, you'll ask for something and then you feel them doing not the thing you want them to, and then you just feel defeated because it's like, should I say something?
It's too late.
Yeah. Like,
at least in my head, it's like, it's too late, and they only did one braid, and you're like, it's too late. They might as well do the whole head.
pretty much. It's just like, oh, okay. I was watching this funny skit about, like, guys getting their hair, this guy getting his hair done at the barbershop, and apparently it's the same thing. Like, you'll feel the barber doing not what you said, but you're just too scared to say anything, so you just let them mess up your
I think
hair.
it's like a millennial. I've heard this is like a millennial issue
That
where
we're
we
all
just don't want to bother. We don't want to bother people. We're just like, okay, cool. It's fine. No, that wasn't my order, but like, cool. No, I'll eat it. It's cool.
Oh,
Less
God.
work for you, less work for me. I mean, I'll just suffer though, but it's cool.
Yeah.
That's on me.
Did you check out NB Soul? No, not yet. I actually ended up having to, like, cut all the comeback corner stuff because we had so many topics today. But I know that there's a couple like produce related music coming out soon, so I think next week we'll look at that. Andre says, I wouldn't be mad if it was Minju, but I feel like her and Haewon are doing well where they are to go back to idol singing. I guess that's fair, but I think maybe it's like that idea that, like, it never hurts to have, like, a successful idol group that you're attached to when you're trying to be an actor. I feel like some people will shade you, but, like, you know, you'll see what them.
And I feel like Minju always seemed like she was still interested in being an idol, but she also just wanted to act. Cause she, like, I feel like she, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. No, that's true.
She was already in, like, what was that? I feel like she was friends with, like, the people in Con.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was that group that she was friends with, like, some of the members, like, or one of the members. So I was like, I feel like she, like, likes to sing and all that. It's just like acting is probably her main thing.
I could see that. And I felt like with both her and Haewon, it was kind of like, let's do this produce thing to kind of get our name out there, but, like, when that's done, we know, like, I know where my heart is. So, but I don't know, it seemed like them. If that report's true, it seemed like them. Also, I thought it was interesting because they're saying that this person has a year left on their contract with their other company, and I was like, does that mean that this group is not going to debut for, like, another year? Because that's we're gonna have some early hype if that's the case. So but good luck to Yoonji. But, you know, I think Starship was getting a little jealous with all this attention that this new Eyes One Produce 48 centric group is getting, because not randomly, but there's a report this year. I mean, there was a report a few days ago, on August 22nd to be exact, that their Star News reported that there is a new Starship girl group that's in the works that will be featuring two former Eyes One members, Wan Young and Yu Jin. And so that this group is supposed to debut. It says sometime in the second half of the year, and I was like, "Girl, we're there. We're in the said second half of the year."
Sometime now. We'll figure it out.
Tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow.
So according to the report, the rest of the members will be composed of other teenage Starship trainees, but the name of the group, the number of members, and the group concept have not been decided. And I read that, like, so this was a report from this Star News site, but when they actually asked Starship for like a statement, they didn't actually confirm that Yujin and Wan Young would be in it, but it's like, if you don't put them in that, like, what are you even doing? So yeah, it looks like they're like, wait, we also have a group with Eyes One's members, so look at us.
Hopefully it's small.
That's what I was thinking.
Like five.
That's what I was.
5 people.
Yes, 5 is perfect. I would even say 6 is a stretch. I think 5 is also a perfect, like, that's one of the reasons why I'm so.
We're 4.
You think 4? Blackpink, you got some competition. Itzy. Wait.
And what's the called? Aespa.
Oh yeah,
that's 4.
Aespa, you have some competition.
Yeah.
I would like a competition group. I think that would be fun. Do you think?
Yeah.
I don't know, because I think that's what's so nice about this Somu group is that, like, you have 3 powerful Eyes One members, and then you have, Produce 48 members who maybe aren't as popular as the Eyes One members, especially because it's been some time since Produce 48 aired. But like, there's like a chance about. Do you think that Yujin and Wan Young are about to overpower these other Starship girls?
Say that again. Sorry. Oh, that they. So you said, "What do I think they'll overshadow them?"
Yeah.
Potentially, but like, I feel like it will be less concerning if the group is small. Like, I feel like it won't be like another Weki. Like, I don't want another Weki Meki where it's like, or Wiki Miki, what the fudge, however you say it. But like, it's like where the two of them. It's like 2 of them from what's it called? IOI are like the stars. And then they added one main vocalist who was also, I guess they were like, let's push her. And then everyone else is just kind of like there. So, at least the last time I checked on them, like when they first debuted, that's how it seemed. Same with Gugudan too.
Yeah, somebody mentioned Gugudan in the chat. Yeah. It's hard because, like, what are you gonna do when somebody who has been like active for like 3 years and these other people, like, it's like, unless you're gonna make them a duo, or you're gonna do something like Somu does and get just members that are also already popular because of other things.
Yeah,
it's hard. Andre says, "Hope honestly 5 would be a perfect number. Definitely don't want another Gugudan situation for sure. I feel like Gugudan, Pristine. Well, I feel like Pristine. I will never understand what that. Yeah, but Pristine was pretty large. But Wiki Miki, like, they were all just huge for it. So I feel like, though, with the way that a lot of these Produce 48 post Eyes One groups are going so far, I feel like a lot of them have learned their lesson from season 1 of Produce 101, and they're like, small groups or soloists, that's what we're doing here, or just not doing at all. I don't understand why all the Produce 101 groups that debuted were so many girls. Just make 2 to 3 more people. I feel like it's because they're like, we gotta get these other trainees famous.
Yeah,
like,
they're like just dumping everybody. It's a whole file dump, a trainee dump.
And it's sad too, because I feel like being like pushed into a group, like, I feel like it wasn't just a lot of thought put into the non already famous one trainees, and whether like if you're gonna have this trainee, have them train, like, really think what would be a good group for them, where can their skills shine. Don't just be like, this girl's already famous, so get in this group and hopefully some of it will rub off.
I feel like they should have done like 2 different groups or something if they really wanted like a big group, and like maybe have it like kind of like an EXO thing eventually or something. I don't know, but like just oh my gosh, Daya, wow, where'd they go?
Yeah, honestly, I don't know. They didn't disband, did they? But with Daya, Taeyeon was already in Daya, right? before ships were
Yeah, I think
introduced.
so.
Yeah, so that's a little different, but yeah, it also I feel like it. I mean, maybe it helped bring a little more relevance to Daya, but I don't think it really boosted
Yeah.
them over like after that. It
Yeah,
just
they
was
like
like,
disappeared.
yeah. I mean, it's hard. Like the idea that that will work is like you're really gambling. We're actually going to talk about a situation later, a little later in the podcast about how like it's not funny, but like we'll get there when we get there. But yeah, good luck to this new Starship girl group. I'm sure they're gonna do fine unless Starship
Yeah.
has anything to do with it because they left the sabotage. Wait, is it Starship? No one's played this. I don't know.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, well, good luck to you. I feel like they'll do fine with Wan Young and Yujin, both really good good popular idols that will be like good to be like the face or the base or whatever you want to say of this group. So excited for
Yeah.
both. All right, so we talked about this a bit before earlier, but who knew that Chen would become an icon in this? Who knew he would set the stage for a secret baby,
Setting
secret
trend.
mama, secret daddy, secret husband, like revolution? Like, and honestly, a martyr because the way he was dragged through the mud only to become the moment is just, I don't know. I feel like we hats off to you, Chen. I mean, I guess if you think about it, it's really normalizing that kind of like life step for idols. Um, good, so good for you, Chen. But if you guys don't know what we're talking about, we are referencing the recent news that Icon's Bobby will be a father and also a husband. I keep saying he'll be a father. He has a whole child, but I need to acknowledge his wife, whose child or his fiance. Bobby is fianced, y'all. Y'all who are trying to get with him, you missed your chance. No, just kidding. But yeah, I thought this was quite interesting because this news came as a letter to his fans that he wrote on Instagram. So on August 20th, Bobby took to his Instagram with a handwritten letter to fans. The letter reads, "Hello, this is Icon's Bobby. There is something I really want to tell you today, so I'm writing this after putting in much thought. I have promised marriage with a person I love. I am also becoming a father in September. I am happy to welcome a new family member, but I feel more apologetic to fans who must be taken aback by my news. I should have let you know earlier, but I apologize that I'm letting you know later as I was worried more than anything for this reason. I feel heavy responsibility as I think I have caused a great emotional burden to the people who always help and support me, who is lacking in many ways. I sincerely apologize to the people who are hurt or confused by my news. I will become a person who does not cause shame to my parents along with the Icon members and fans who have made my lacking self into someone who is needed in this world. More than anything, I will work ever harder to not cause harm to the members and the fans who are waiting for Icon activities." What do you think about this message, Jazz? This letter?
Hmm.
I don't know what I do to deserve this. Like, I don't know why OBS hates me so much. Like, it's been lagging this whole time. Ugh, I just won't. I'll act like it's not happening. That way I can, whatever. But yeah. So, sorry, what were you gonna say? You were in the middle of a sentence.
Oh, that it is just seems so abrupt.
That's true.
It's such an interesting apology because it's just like so packed.
Wait. Pause for a second.
Usually it's like
Sorry, pause for a second, guys. I'm gonna real quick Okay, we're back. Still laggy, but I tried my best. Okay, sorry, where were we?
His statement.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I feel kind of bad because with a lot of these statements when they reveal like they're having a baby or um they're having a baby or they're like, get dating, it's always so apologetic. And it's like it's supposed to be such a happy moment for like you said, you found somebody you loved and like you are having a baby, but it's just like I'm sorry fans that are mad at this, get over it.
I just find it interesting that it's just like so many things. Like maybe if it was like one thing, like, oh, I'm getting married, like it's like, oh shoot, didn't know you were dating. And then it's like that's already like a big surprise. But then it's like, all right, I'm getting married. Also, I'm having a baby. And it's like, okay, well, hold up. Like those are you just skipped a whole entire like section of your life. What the heck? You
Oh,
dated, had enough time to know, like, get to know each other on an
time to know each
intimate
other, yeah.
level, and then have like at least say you're dating. Like, dang.
That's true.
Whoa.
That's true, but I also think it's literally a direct result of the fact that fans are so like weird. It's like he even says in the thing, I
Yeah.
didn't know it to tell you, and then all of a sudden we're getting married, I'm having a baby, and it's like I may have told you before, but I know how weird y'all get, so it's like I kind of just waited. Like I was like, okay, after a year, I'm gonna tell
Yeah.
you. No, after 2 years, I'm gonna tell you. Okay, after the marriage, I'm gonna tell you. No, after the baby, I'm gonna tell you. So it like really creates like, and here's the thing that annoys me for fans who may be mad, which I haven't seen negative backlash, but it might be out there because when there's an idol, there's an over obsessive fans. You can't have your cake and eat it too, right? Either you're okay like with these idols dating, right? Well, no, you can't have your cake and eat it too, right? So like I know that there's probably a lot of talk, we actually talked about this a bit before, but icon was a group that formed in 2015, which means next year they're going to be up for contract renewal. And I already see a lot of people like being like, what does this mean for like icon? Is this the end of icon? But like I feel like some fans want to have their cake and eat it too, in the sense that like they want these idol groups to last forever, but like they don't want them to like ever get married or whatever. So the thing is, either they don't last forever and they wrap it up and then they can go after their idol life, they can go get married and have a family, or we have idol groups that last long but also are like active idol groups with babies and like wives. Like it's like I feel like they don't want them to have wives, and then they and like or partners and babies, and they want these idol groups to last. Like you can't have it both ways. If you want them to not
Yeah.
disband, if you want them to last forever, then you have to be able to let them to get on with their lives in other ways outside of being idols. But like fans like that just really annoy me because it's just like you gotta have one or the other. Like you can't ask for this person to stall their life forever. So I feel like if I was
Yeah.
a fan, I'd be happy because it's like, okay, so we know this is the thing you're doing. I mean, he seems, with how he was so apologetic, it seems like he's still interested in being an icon member. We'll see how that fares or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I just find it interesting. Like, how how are they having these babies before before marriage? It's like they were like, oh shoot, you're pregnant, now we gotta get married. And it's like, all right, wait, hold up. What were you guys doing?
I'm shocked though that they can keep
Were
it so
you
secret.
trying?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, that's another thing. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, he's saying he's having the baby in September, which means that this woman has been pregnant for a while now. So I feel like, y'all didn't know, but he knew. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he was probably
Yeah.
ready, clearly like loves this woman or whatever. So I feel like he was like, all right, I'm ready to do this, but I forget I
I
have
just find it interesting that the marriage is coming second. I'm not to be old fashioned, but it's just like
back in my
it
day.
just seems so weird. It
Yeah,
just
I still
seems
later
so
her
interesting
name.
that they're like, baby. Oh wait, now we gotta get married, I guess. Like it's like, all
Well, I
right.
know every
You
time.
obviously weren't thinking about marriage before. So
Well, I
how
feel like, I mean, it might have been like a surprise baby or whatever. I don't judge on those kind of things. I don't
but
care.
how is that happening twice to idols, to top idols? Like,
Jazz.
what are people doing?
What do you mean? What are they doing? So when
I
two
don't.
adults love each other,
Well, okay, cool, but like, what happened to like birth control,
girl.
condoms?
Well, when two adults love each other, and I
They're
mean,
just like F all that,
I
F
mean,
the
yeah.
protection.
Okay, y'all. I don't know what this is. This comment, Susan. Listen, I didn't mean for it to go down this road, but I could see if you were in a like long, healthy relationship with somebody, you could see yourself being in this relationship for the foreseeable future. I could see you not wanting to use
Yeah,
protection anymore. Um,
yeah. I don't know. I feel like I guess I'm just old fashioned where it's just
that's
like,
fine.
if I'm like gonna do that and I'm gonna end up marrying you, I'd be like, let's
Mhm.
just get married first and then have this baby. Cause like, it's kind of weird to have, like, I don't know.
No, I mean,
I'm just
I
old.
guess. I think that's why
Anyway.
it's so hard because, like, once you. Like, it must have been hard for him because there are people who are going to be like, oh, it's a shotgun marriage, right? You're only marrying her because you accidentally got her pregnant, blah, right? So I feel like that's what
Yeah.
makes all these things double hard because you have a bunch of people analyzing, like, all the steps you take and you know, but you can't just keep it a secret because if all of a sudden you're at the, like, amusement park with this baby in your hand, people are going to like,
Whose baby is that? Who are you watching, Bobby?
and then he's like, "Oh,
This
this
is
is my
mine.
cousin." Like imagine having to deny that this is your child because dispatch is on your
Oh.
ass. Um,
Yeah.
let's see. But honestly, that's on them, and this is their business. True. Nixie said, "Well, birth control are still taboo, which means men don't really use condoms."
What?
I'm
No
moving
one. I
on.
was like, I knew there was
Moving on.
something up. I said it. I was like, that just doesn't make any sense. If you meant to marry this person, like, it just seems kind of odd that this has happened twice. Like,
Okay,
twice.
I can see birth control in the sense of pills, but birth control in the sense of condoms. I feel like that's. I mean, I don't know the culture of it. I'm not gonna act like I do.
I don't
I'm not gonna act like I
know.
do. I'm just, you know, they have this baby. But yeah,
All I know is that would not be me.
I guess yeah. Because the thing is, I don't want to be like shotgun marriage, but maybe that's that's the thing. I don't want to say because I feel like it's very sensitive. Like I know, like it's hard to comment, but like
Yeah.
but good to him. Good to him that he's coming forward. And hopefully people don't give him grief. It was really shocking.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lie, but like now we're gonna have a whole club of idols with
Idol
babies.
dad.
Yeah, idol dads.
Idol wedlock baby dads. Baby daddies.
Stop it. Listen, Susan. I can already see top 5 idols fathers who have a baby face and look good in green. Like I can see like the Korea Boo title now. Um oh okay, yeah, I didn't know that. But I mean that even makes it harder. I feel like I would be like, well, you know, if we do have a baby, there's a lot on the line. So let me untaboo this really quick because
We're going to the courthouse. We're getting this done real quick. We are married. That is it.
I hope the music shows are building daycare. They better if they want to catch up.
Just his
yeah,
wife is like, it's your turn. It's your turn with the kids. It's like, I got freaking music bank tonight. It's like, pay the people. Use a daycare. I know they got one in front of the office. So
they're like,
send them there.
Inkigayo waits for no one, not even dirty diapers. I'm just surprised that there weren't more cases like this before. I mean,
yeah. Well, there might be
cases we know of. Not to be that person, but
be ignoring it or like, like a deadbeat dad.
Yeah,
deadbeat somebody.
Deadbeat parent. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I mean, good for him for coming for it. I hope nobody gives him grief because I feel like this is more brave than anything. And I feel like it's good because I feel like it would suck if he had to like deny knowing his child or like kind of like keep his child secret. Like I know like it's not our business. Like I'm not saying, oh, post selfies with baby Bobby or whatever. But like it's like, you know, being like, okay, walk 3, like telling the wife, keep the stroller 3 feet away from me, like if we're gonna do this walk in the park because I don't want dispatch, or like telling the baby, listen, you don't gotta go home, but you gotta get the heck out of here because I'm trying to go to Inkigayo, like, you know, like that kind of stuff is quite sad, like being like kind of forced into being a deadbeat a bit because like you don't want the media to know. So yeah, it's very Crazy. But I only think this is kind of like haha, like kind of whatever, because there's always like that whole thing that everyone's like, oh, this idol has secretly 5 kids or whatever. Like that used to be like a thing, and now it's like, no, it's actually a
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, oopida-bidoo-bidoo, yay. I didn't know how to end that.
What was that? Just going like danced out.
Like that face or that SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Oh
I hate
god.
this. I hate that I know SpongeBob so well. It's
All
so
right.
annoying.
So we talked about this a little. Not really. But for our second to last story, I thought this was quite a sad one, but I'm gonna get on my soapbox, so get ready to be preached to. So this week, a girl group made headlines for disbanding, if you can believe. And that girl group in question is a girl group named Solia. So the story here is this girl group who debuted, oops, this is Bobby's letter. This girl group who debuted on August 17th, so last Tuesday. They debuted, they released a nice song called Dream, and then just 5 days later, they disbanded. So they announced on their official Instagram that they're sorry it was such a short time, and they wanted to say thank you to fans, but they would be disbanding. And then they linked to like the other, like the individual members, like Instagrams and things like that, being like, if you're still fans, you know, you can support them. And apparently they did not elaborate on the reason that they disbanded, but it was hinted at like lack of funds. As it said, the company can no longer lead our team solely due to its circumstances. So a lot of people are shocked because, and I mean, I'm sure there's groups that we don't know of, like did not even have enough relevancy for us to know, that maybe had like a similar like timeline in terms of length. But people are saying that this is probably the shortest lasting group ever, like the group with the shortest lifespan ever. And in this particular article that I'm reading, from Straits Times, they mentioned other short-lived K-pop groups such as Kiss and Cry, who were launched in January of 2014 and disbanded in September the same year, and a boy group named Demian, which debuted in September of 2013 and disbanded a year later. So, what?
Yeah, what the heck is that?
Now, there has been a couple I've seen floating around. People think that this was a publicity stunt, that it was like, ooh, we're disbanding in 5 years and then everyone's gonna feel bad for us, so they're gonna rally together. But no, I think that they just disbanded.
Like, how did they even debut then?
I don't know. I don't know, because
like, what did they expect to change between those 5 days? Like, like, did they sit down there like, we have 5 days before we're bankrupt? Hopefully, when they debut, somehow we'll get 1 million sales. I don't know.
I just
like what?
I mean, here's the thing. In this article, they said the dissolution of the band has generated interest, with their music video for Dream on their official YouTube page attracting more than 600,000 views. And just for note, I've never heard of this agency, but they were managed by Space Music Entertainment. And in this article, they said it's an agency which has launched other obscure groups. Shots fired. But yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, this must have been a group that debuted on like a prayer and a penny or something, because it's like,
Yeah.
girl, how do you not have enough money to keep them sustained for more than 5 days? Like, I'm thinking maybe there's some scamation happening behind the scenes. Somebody took some money and ran, took some investments and ran. Because if not, then this is very, very irresponsible on the side of the company. And I always get on my soapbox, these annoying companies that be disbanding these groups because you don't have the funds, or putting these groups in really bad conditions because you don't have the funds to actually make a K-pop group or a group in general. you just want to try to make some quick cash. I'm always dragging these
Mm.
companies because it's like these people are really giving their like youth, energy, time to try to like make this group happen that you will benefit greatly from, and especially monetarily, because how some of these contracts are set up if they pop off. So it's like the least you can do is actually give them a fighting chance with like actual like
Yeah.
monetary support. So this just made me really sad, honestly,
They turn off the comments on their video.
because they
So
know they're finna get dragged. Oh,
yeah.
ooh, the butter music just dropped. I mean, the butter remix just dropped. I wish I could listen.
Oh, really? Oh.
So the thing is, I would like to listen to it, but Susan, you know how she be. It's giving marketing ploy.
Huh?
Sorry, somebody
Ooh.
somebody in the comments said it's giving marketing ploy, not the butter remix.
Like,
This.
oh, I was like, how? What did she like actually say it in her rap? She was like, this is a marketing ploy. Smooth like butter. I'm like, what?
Imagine. She's like, I'm gonna be honest because y'all gonna say I'm clout chasing anyway. It's a marketing ploy, but you don't fill me with joy. Like, I don't know.
Ew.
Oh no, not y'all dragging it in chat. Is it bad?
Oh, now I gotta hear it.
No. Is it
I'm
just
interested.
is it just the addition of Meg's voice, or is there or Meg's rap, or is it also like they added some like maybe some like a sax or something?
How is this song still only 2 minutes and 46 seconds? What did they add?
Whose verse did they
Like,
take out? I know they took out Sugar and J Hope. Or yeah. Wait, is it Sugar and J Hope? No, it's
like
Rap on J Hope's. I mean Rap on Sugar's.
this song's so.
I
Oh,
don't know if it's my okay. It keeps disconnecting,
what is?
connecting.
Uh,
Chum Shinun, Kiss and Cry. Alright, but we'll power through it. I'm wondering if I switch to Twitch if that will be the cheat code, but I can't do it right now. That would be too
ooh.
much. But I want to listen to it. What is today? Thursday?
Friday.
Oh,
Well,
well, technically it is.
technically, yeah.
True. Um, I do. I'll maybe make a video about it, just because if we listen to it now, Susan's gonna kill me. My immediate boss, Susan, who I have talks with every single day, she's like, please delete her channel. I hate that girl. She's so annoying. But yeah, I just feel really, really bad for this group. Somebody said something. Okay, I mean, the pandemic is already hard enough on idol groups for small labels because they get their money from busking and college shows, but like, why debut them? Exactly. Like, that's the thing. I feel like a lot of times things like this, when the idol groups be eating chitlins and like being have to like live in a cardboard box and stuff like that, is seen as sympathetic. But for me, I always see that as very, very irresponsible of these companies putting these people in harsh conditions. If you cannot afford to house an idol group, pay for the necessary like common needs, just don't debut them, because that's not fair to them.
Yeah.
Because if they do pop off, then you're gonna be making buco bucks. Is it buco bucks? Yeah. And so, how is that fair that you make them struggle this much, and only to make so much? Like, it's like you're giving not a lot of and don't get me wrong, I know it's a lot of money to debut a group. So even what seems like not enough is probably like 300K, But like, you have to really put that into
Yeah.
consideration. And like, I don't know, somebody disbanding after 5 days gives me either there's some scammation going on, or you really didn't have the funds to debut this group and you decided to anyway. So
Yeah. I wonder if they're like, all right, do you guys like we don't have enough money for this to continue. Do you guys want to just not debut and then you can go on your merry way, or do you want to debut and then you can go on your merry way?
debut the span and then you can go on your
Yeah.
way.
And you like you can have, I don't know, like some type of thing on your resume as you go off to somewhere else rather than you just leave. And maybe they're like, all right, let's make this video and
Let's get this bread.
leave. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get something and then go.
Wait, okay, Jazz, listen to it, because if I pull it up, then it will play in the audio. Like, but tell me how you feel, because everyone's saying that this is tragic, and I'm screaming
I tried. Um,
trageristo. Is it really that bad? Sidestep right into my feet. Maybe that's why Meg's label was pushing so. Wait, maybe Meg's label was right. Maybe they were onto something, perhaps. Remember, guys, if the music sucks, it doesn't matter. Well, I think what's good about this, though, I feel like it will be a lot of people just curious to see what this sounds like. You guys are really like, perhaps Meg's label had a point. Perhaps they were onto something. Perhaps they should have left this. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's like a kid's bop. Oh my
I mean,
god.
I didn't really hear what she was saying, but it fit better than I actually thought it would in terms of how it was sounded in a flow.
I'm
I don't know what
interested.
her words were.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe I can look up. Maybe somebody has Meg the Stallion Butter. See what I
Someone's
have to
already on
do
top of
because
that.
Susan plays too much. Lyrics. I mean, here's the thing. Even if it sucks, um, like
Army will listen.
Army Wilson, people won't hate Meg because of it, right? Because we already know she can rap.
Yeah.
Oh my god, she starts it off as A. It's the hot girl coach in BTS.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
Wait, okay, in the genius.com it says, let me just bring this up, y'all, because sidestep right onto my feet. Okay.
Is that what he says? I have no
No.
idea what the words
No, I'm
are.
just a clown, please. Please don't associate.
Honestly, I would have believed it because like I tend to not hear words properly. So I make up my own lyrics and I'm like, oh, that's what they say.
Okay, let me look up these lyrics. All right. So it says Jungkook, Jimin, V, and Meg the Stallion singing the chorus. Is she really singing with us?
What?
I mean, is she really
Really?
singing with
Hold
us?
on. Let me go back.
Okay, here we go. Here's her verse. A, so smooth like a car I ride. Even your best party planner couldn't catch this vibe. Big boss, and I make a hater stay on their job. And I be on these girls' necks like the back of their bobs. Houston's finest in the room with bosses. Make them all get ratchet in they suits and blouses. Okay, we'll stop here. I'm just kidding. I remember writing flows in my room in college. I like that rhyme. Now I need global entry to the shows I'm rocking. Smooth like cocoa butter. My drip more than a puddle. They know that I'm the wave. Take over every summer. They must be giving Stevie if they ever had to wonder. Cause every beat I get on get turned into hubba bubba. Now,
What does that mean?
the gum, I'm
Turns into
guessing?
gum?
I guess it
Oh,
would.
like what does that mean?
Y'all, no. No.
Every beat I turn, I every beat I'm on turns into gum. You know, everybody wants that. Turns into chewing gum,
Y'all, I'm
and
scared.
then sidestep right, left.
She's
I
like,
gotta
Hubba
go back.
Bubba, get your blouses. Go to TJ Maxx. Get your card, right? Like, what? You can get a good
Why?
blouse at TJ Maxx. Listen, or AJ
I know,
Wright.
but why there of all the places? Go to
No.
TJ Maxx.
Go to Kohl's. Sale. Summer sale. Back to
Go to
school.
Marshalls.
Go to Ross. Pay less for drinks.
They got a sale.
No,
BOGO.
wait. Listen, the Stallion Army, we're not coming for her. We love Meg. The thing is, we already know Meg can actually rap. So if this is a flop, who cares? I mean, it's not going to tarnish her
Yeah.
that much. But I guess it will come off as a little cringe. Because, yeah. I don't know. I always am just like, if you're a rapper, I don't know. I guess you would get paid for this verse, right? I don't know. This is crazy.
Probably.
I'm
She's like, there's money. That's it.
Oh God. Wait. What are you guys saying? What's in Snoopy? Oop, y'all. Prosecution requested 3 years for B.I.'s drug case. Ooh.
Ah, yes. The ever so lovely drug case of smoking weed
3
that gets
years?
higher prosecution over having people be sex workers and whatnot
Oh
in a
my
bar,
God,
in a
what a
club.
mess.
You know, it all makes sense I love Korea.
This
Yeah.
is oh god.
I love their law.
I feel like though that's like a common thing. I don't know. It's just really weird.
Yeah.
Cause I wouldn't be surprised. Like I feel like we have a lot of cases here where it's just like this is what y'all in your jail for 10 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it's just it's a mess. This seems like a mess. I can't really drag it, unfortunately. But I am going to do a flop or bop butter remix. Butter remix with Meg the Stallion. I wasn't really expecting it to be some great thing. For some reason, they've been really slacking on the quality of their remixes. I don't know why.
Oh, BTS?
Yeah.
Because they keep releasing like a remix of one song 2 days after they released the actual song.
The thing
And
is,
it's like, why?
yeah, the thing is, I do appreciate that their remixes are like, because I feel like the kind of like the quintessential way to remix a song now is to throw a rapper on the verse or whatever. And I do appreciate
Yeah.
that their remixes are actually like making a new song or whatever, but it's just like very, very low quality. And I feel like they just found a random instrumental and then threw it on there. But it's like, I feel like a really good quality remix would revive a song so much better than like 50 mediocre remixes. Like,
Yeah.
there are so many songs that people don't even know the remixes are remixes because they were just so popular. Like, especially back in the
Like
day.
Ignition.
Yeah, people don't know that was a remix. People, I just
And it
wanna
says
get
it in the
married.
song.
True.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
right. But yeah, there's like a bunch of remixes. I'm like, that is like, and the thing is, I felt that way about Mic Drop. Like, Mic Drop, I will say 100% the remix, and I'm not talking about the one with Designer. I'm talking about where it's just the Steve
Oh.
Aoki remix,
Oh.
and it's just they use that instrumental, but it has all their regular verses. That was so good that like I feel like they would perform that. They don't even perform the regular version because they know like that is a remix, and it sucks because it was at the time where they weren't like their fandom wasn't strong enough to like push their songs, and they weren't as well known yet. And I feel sad because it's like that didn't get attention in the way it should have because they just weren't there yet. And I feel like it's off the backs of these better songs, no offense, this is opinion, that like they're getting like the clout now, but I really think these other songs deserve the popularity that these newer songs are getting, and it makes me really frustrated because it makes it seem like those other songs didn't work, but I don't think that's the case. I feel like they were just still building their presence at the time, so it didn't get as much attention, but it's because the presence built off these other songs that like now they can like basically dance up and down the charts. Like the charts are like their, you know, beep, but it's obviously why this remix happened though. You would think the remix would have the BTS rappers rap with Meg or play off each other and stuff opportunity. Yeah, I just like, you know, it's great, like, because I feel like everything now is a chart. Like whether it's like, you know, not just for BTS but in general, the way that music industry has become, people are so obsessed with charting. But I feel like you can be thirsty for a good chart moment and still make it good.
Yeah.
Like, are people forgetting that? I don't know. But I didn't even hear it, so I don't know if I'm allowed to have an opinion. But let's see. We have 13% bop, 87% flop. Dang, y'all. Any army watching? That's them, not me. I love this remix. Woo! Go to TJ Maxx, get a sale. All right. So moving on to the final topic for today. That honestly needs like a day to cover, but you know, we're gonna try to keep it cute, keep it short. Lucas. Now this was surprising, I have to admit. When I first read this expose, I saw the headlines, I kind of skipped it because I was like, I don't know what this is, but as I kept seeing more and more like topics on it and like headlines, I was like, what's going on with Mr. Lucas? And you actually mentioned this, oh wow, we're really psychics here, because Jazz, you actually mentioned this last episode about the fact that Lucas and Hendery,
Yeah.
they were,
Hendery.
it was part, what was it? It was like part of a project, right?
Like they just all are doing different groups.
All the
So-
Wavy members.
Yeah. Like they're doing like mini groups, like duos.
Yeah, and I'm sorry for picking such a good picture of him, y'all. This was the only one I could find. Um, I don't want to exalt him. He might trap us as well. Okay, anyway. So, yeah, if you guys don't know, there's been this whole huge scandal going on with Lucas. And he's been getting some exposed for his behavior with fans and former girlfriends. So I wanted to just kind of walk through each case because right now, as it stands, there's been three. From what I've read, there's been three main girls to like speak out about this. There might have been others, but in terms of like, cases being broke down and translated and situations, I've come across three. So I'm gonna read those. Keep in mind that even though these were released a while ago, Lucas and SM have both issued apologies since these been released. But I'm gonna just kind of read them and play them out as they were released, since it was like throughout the week. So it all started on August 23rd, when a Korean netizen alleging to be Lucas's ex made a post, kind of just like exposing his behavior during their relationship. So this person, and the all the tweets are still up. This person had an account, OOO Shim, and they posted all of this evidence and all of the expose, etc., to Twitter. So you can actually see it for yourself. It's in Korean. So you're probably gonna need a translation if you don't speak Korean, but it's all there, still there. She didn't take it down. But she basically just talks about how like Lucas was basically gaslighting her, emotionally abusing her, and kind of being like, I saw somebody say it was gold digging, and I was like, I guess that's what you would say. So she mentioned that she started out as a fan, and then after he asked for her number, they started dating. At some point, he broke up with her due to his busy schedule, but he would still go to see her. Despite that, he would still go to see her at her apartment and at hotels on his day off. So when he would like visit her and things like that, he would make her pay for everything. And he claimed, because I'm a celebrity, I can't go outside and use my card, or like people will notice me, my managers will notice me. And he would actually get like mad at her when he wouldn't buy her stuff. One of the things they mentioned that he would buy her is cigarettes and things like that. I feel like she was like, he smoked, y'all. Like, but yeah. But yeah, she also mentioned that she bought him a lot of luxury brand gifts, and initially he would be like really receptive to them and wear them and things like that. But then he started to tell her that, well, he earns a lot of money. And it's funny because I thought he would say something like, I earn a lot of money, so you don't need to buy me this. But what he said, according to her, what he would say is like, I earn a lot of money, so like if you're not buying me a house and a car, don't bother. Like, what? He said, no, girl, I want some real estate.
That's nice.
What?
I mean, I'd be like, okay, then I'm not buying you anything.
Exactly. I'm like, I want
Once
the
it's over.
back. Yeah, exactly. She also, this made me fall out. So she said that he also would send her photos of hotels he wanted to go to and tell her to make reservations. When he was there, he would eat the room service, sleep all day, and then just leave. And she said when they check out, he'd cut off contact and basically like draw a line with her saying, oh, I'm uncomfortable, like we can't be together, and he wouldn't like thank her. And she said that he would act as if it was a given that she should pay. By the way, I'm reading these sources and stuff like that. It's a mixture from tweets and things like that, or it's a mixture of Karibu's article and all K-pop articles and Soompi's articles, just to give credit. So after telling her that they should break up because he's busy, he would like add hurtful things saying that, I don't like you because you're a fan. From now on, don't do things like an idol fan does. And she's saying that made her depressed. And she liked him so much while they were dating. She never asked if they could take pictures together and never told her friends or anything like that. She added, Lucas went to China and continued to contact her like this. And she told him that, she's going to sue him. And so she said immediately after the day I told him I was going to sue, Lucas left our chat room and changed his number. I dated him while being leached off of, and I regret not staying just a fan. So as proof, she posted pictures of their conversations on WeChat, and she also posted a voice message that she said she sent her. So this is where it gets kind of messy, because at the time, fans had claimed, like, they were trying to prove this was fake. Obviously, fans don't want to hear that this is how their idol acts. And so one of the ways they said, or one of the reasons they said that it was fake, is because fans were apparently saying that a part of the voice message that she sent was similar to a voice message that he posted to the platform Bubble that was for his fans. So they were saying that she had basically taken that and posted it, just trying to pretend like, oh, he sent this to me or whatever. However, this was before we eventually got the apology from both Lucas and SM, and apparently the original person who posted this deleted it. So I'm guessing it was wrong. But yeah. So the very next day, another victim came forward and detailed like a similar situation happening to them. This person was kind of interesting because she said that initially they ended things on good terms when she kind of, parted ways with Lucas. But after the first victim came forward, she realized how similar the story was and was kind of like, oh, I was kind of being played. And she kind of wanted to put that out there, and she hopes that nobody also gets manipulated like this. So she actually, before we go into this one, let's just talk about what we heard in this first story. I felt really sad for this girl because I feel like, and like, I saw some people arguing that like this is like a lover's quarrel or a lover's spat. Like, this is technically his personal life, so it shouldn't be exposed or whatever. But like, it's a fan. And I feel like there's a power imbalance when there's fans, and part of the reason, because like I know a lot of people see this and they're like, girl, why don't you just walk away, why don't you just stop? Well, when you are very like hold somebody high, you're gonna do a lot to try to keep them around, even if they're not treating you so nice. Which is really my biggest issue with this. But it's funny that we were just talking about Meg Thee Stallion, because girl, don't buy him anything. Like I don't know. Like, I feel like there's another level of like just like messy emotional abuse, because it's like, we know you probably have all this money, so like the fact that you're making her pay for everything is like wild. It's like wild thornberries. Like, it's crazy. But yeah, I don't know. I know this was your fave member from Wavy, so how are you feeling right now, Jess?
That's you, and
I'm a win-win stan.
that's just you.
Please, I'm a win-win stan.
Wow, now you care about win-win.
I always stand win-win.
I feel like sometimes you'd be ignoring him for Lucas, and now that Lucas has shown his real face, you're like, all right, it's all on to win-win.
Did he show his real face, or did the mask get ripped off?
True.
But yeah, I still don't get it. Like, if you broke, why don't you just cut him off? But that's the thing. I feel like that's like where that power imbalance comes, because yeah, I feel like everyone's gonna be like, girl, why don't you just walk away? But if it's like, oh my god, and you'll kind of see a theme through the other two instances where there's kind of like, when he contacted me, I felt like I was like in a drama, like this was the best day of my life. And I feel like, knowing that, he probably knows that these girls are like clawing at the chance to get next to him, and they're desperate to keep holding on to him, so they're gonna do some stuff that you probably wouldn't do for the average person. Honestly, I feel like there'd probably be, I've heard stories of people doing this for people they just thought like, oh, if I just do this, they'll love me unconditionally.
I just find it weird that with celebrities, it's like you do know that they can easily just expose you, right? Like, what do you think's happening? Like, you're messaging them. They have these messages documented. Like, it's like, did you think that they were just gonna be like, well, you did screw me over, take all my money. I guess I should just, sit down and cry by myself and that's it? And like, no. They have the power to just bring you down. Like, you literally gave it to them.
That's true. I mean, I feel like it's that having confidence of your power over them, because in some of these other you know uh situations we're gonna read about, like he told them to delete messages. He was doing the
Mm.
whole "you can't tell anyone about us," and it's that whole thing about if you think you're the
With
only
so
one,
much
you
confidence.
yeah, if you can like miss these people enough and have them believing, oh, you're the only one for me, baby girl, like just don't tell anyone, like you probably feel special, like you're probably like, wow, like I gotta keep this a secret
Mm.
because me and Lucas are gonna like get married or whatever. Like I could see it.
Mm.
But yeah, hold on, somebody said I'm always one to remain neutral with these situations, but I'm honestly so confused. Apparently, some of the proof has been debunked, but then SM and him released statements that allude to some, if not all, of their truths still live vague. Yeah, I'm gonna get into like the thing they released. That's why I'm a proponent of like not vague apologies, because if there's some of this that you really felt like you didn't do, say that and also admit to the stuff you did do, because I feel like it leads this area where it's like, okay, you're giving this apology, so people will be quiet
Mm.
and stop being like, oh, you didn't apologize. But also, because it's vague, you're opening that room for fans to be like, well, he didn't say this, so that means that's true. Or I saw a lot of,
Yeah.
he was forced to apologize and things like that. And I feel like, because I know people were talking about with Taeyong too, like some of this, like he kind of gave a vague apology and some stuff he didn't actually do, but others he did or whatever. Just apologize
Yeah.
for the stuff you're apologizing. Because the thing is, I feel like it's a double-edged sword. Like, you're apologizing and maybe you're just overcompensating because you just wanted to go away, but also I feel like it's not as innocent, right? I feel like there's also that room
Yeah.
where it's just like, well, I didn't say I didn't do anything, because I read the apology, and when we read it you'll see it's more like he's apologizing to his fans than anyone that actually came forward. So
Yeah.
yeah, but
It could
let's.
also just be like I get why people do vague apologies just because the internet's crazy. So it's like you
Mhm,
need to say something because they're gonna go crazy and do something if you
mhm,
don't say something. So it's like you say something vague and then you come up with your receipts and then you come back
mhm,
and do a full apology for everything. Because it's like SM probably is like, all right, don't really know which parts are true. Like you're telling me this part, but we need to make sure that that's true
mhm.
before you like we start like saying specific things because then it makes you look bad, makes us look bad. It's
Yeah.
just we keep it vague and then we go in specifics maybe. But
Mhm.
I don't know. That's SM at the same time too.
No,
So
I
hey.
agree. I definitely think that there's a session with like an immediate response, which is like bad on a lot of parts. Because if, for example, you want a legit apology, I feel like sometimes people need things to process, time to process and like really read and understand. Like for not necessarily for controversies like this, but I feel like that also in within that lies, make sure you're honest. Like, hey Lucas, I know you watch this, so like if you know that you really did this stuff, don't beat around the bush, just be honest about it. If you're running around here being messy and being manipulative and being an f-boy, don't try to like save face or whatever, just be honest about it. You got exposed. Because like it's not gonna help if you try to because to be fair, there's fans, you probably have fans that this all can be true and then some, and they'd still be like, I don't care, like I really don't.
Yeah.
So like that's nice for those girls. Do you still want the Balenciaga windbreaker because I can get you the Balenciaga? Like there's people who
Yeah.
don't care, but I just wish like just be like real about it or whatever. All right, so moving on to the second victim. So the second victim, so the first one was Korean, but this victim is Chinese, and they actually came out with this statement the day after the first victim, the first alleged victim, ex-girlfriend, whatever you want to call it. So, like I mentioned before, this person, we'll call her B, says that they initially ended on good terms, but after hearing the first victim, they're like, oh, snap, I'm being manipulated. She also provided receipts and photos and chat logs of items that Lucas had requested for her to buy. So, similar to the first girl, she bought him a lot of things, a lot of luxury brands. Balenciaga's mentioned, Saint Laurent is also mentioned, in her statement. She provides receipts of him wearing stuff, of him asking for stuff in chat logs, and even like physical receipts of the stuff she purchased.
Mm.
So she says, at the beginning I was just a fan, If I liked somebody, I would go to their schedules occasionally. Then one time, I discovered an account named Lucas's iPhone while searching on AirDrop. I sent an emoji sticker using my name as my ID just for fun. From that day on, we started communicating and added each other on WeChat. Lucas loves himself some WeChat. At the time, I thought I was the lucky female lead in a drama, but I didn't realize there wasn't only one female lead. So this in this story, she talks about like the fact that he was meeting multiple people. So she talks about how one day he had a schedule near her house and asked if he could come over. She asked him if he had a girlfriend. She said no. She picked him up. They went over to her place, smoked, they drank. There was some tea. There was some tea where she talked about how they chatted and he mentioned some stuff. So one of the things he said is his best friend from his trainee days, who hadn't debuted yet, is garbage. He complained that his members don't listen to each other, don't work hard, and can't be led. He said one certain member stole his fashion related opportunities. According to her, this is what she alleged. She said that he didn't like Running Man China because it's tiring and his seniors gave him a lot of stress. He said he didn't like fans taking photos of him at the airport. He then started telling her about how his family is not well off, his dad's investments failed, and he needed to make money to buy a car, house. He complained about the unfairness in society. So she mentioned this stuff because she said, like at the time, she was like, oh my God, he's so hardworking. But in retrospect, she was like, he probably just said that stuff to like manipulate me into feeling like sorry for him, and like, you know, having a soft spot for him. Afterwards, she would like ask if he like wanted her to attend his schedules, and sometimes he would be like, don't go, just like go study, which at first she, you know, initially she had thought, oh, he's so caring, but now she realized it was probably because he had other girls to meet or whatever. She also mentioned he would only come and visit her when she was alone. So she kind of got over him when she realized that he was just like playing her, and she was like kind of like, oh, I'm thankful I left, but that's because like I'm an independent girl, and maybe a girl who's more like, you know, fragile, or maybe more like in severe need of love could like easily get played by him. So it's kind of like, you know, he's a dangerous dude. She also mentioned that she would always ask if he had a girlfriend and he'd say no, but in reality he was like doing this to a lot of fans and flirting. So she says that, you know, she realizes that exposing this can like possibly destroy her, but she doesn't feel like it's right for people to get manipulated. So like this girl, she mentioned that like she's not as hurt or whatever, but it was more that like, oh my God, like same story happened to me, in relation to the first girl that she wanted to come forward. So the third victim is very, very long, so I'm gonna take a second to read in chat. Wasn't it confirmed at least 2 out of the 3 accusations are fabricated? So I didn't see any confirmation anywhere. I did see that I did mention in the first one they were saying that the voice chat in the first accusation, the one that started it, people were saying that the voice chat that she used as proof, she had a voice chat to use as proof that she actually did interact with Lucas, and there was somebody saying that it was something from Bubble that she just took. But as I mentioned, the article that I pulled from Koreaboo said that after, I don't know if this was after they apologized or maybe sometime before that, but the person who initially said that deleted it. And I don't know if it's because it looked bad, but the thing is, I don't know, because like I said, this is kind of like, the apology is kind of vague, right? And again, I think that's on purpose. I didn't see any, like, I mean, it could be out there, right? Because I feel like, you know, there's a lot of fan investigation going on, which there's nothing wrong with that, because publications miss stuff all the time or whatever. But I don't know. Like, if somebody's going to say it's fabricated, they have to come with receipts. Like, these girls have been coming with receipts. That's only my thing. Like, yeah. I'm not saying I don't believe it, but if they had to, like, take the pictures and the screenshots, I'm not showing them right now because I always feel weird, like, even if he is getting exposed, I feel weird showing private pictures of people.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people have problems with that, and it's so awkward. But if you do look this up, there are like screenshots and things like that. So, but like, again, this is all alleged. I know I keep saying victims, alleged exes, alleged. We're all taking this with a grain of salt. I'm just like talking about what happened. Let's see. So this was kind of interesting because she goes into a lot of detail. Also, the first victim recently had come forth, I think it was yesterday or even the day before yesterday, technically, because today's Friday now, had come forth and gave more details. I didn't get a chance to read this before the start of this podcast, so I might be missing a bit of context from the first victim, but for the most part, I think that's like the general gist of what they wanted to say. So the third victim talks about how they started standing in summer of 2019, and they intended a Beijing fan sign on December 2nd of 2019. And so they were gonna like write a letter, give him a fan letter, and at the encouragement of their friend, this person, we'll call her C, wrote down her Instagram and Weibo ID on the fan letter that she gave to him. So she mentions the very next day, she received private messages from him on Instagram and on Weibo, from his secret accounts, and he eventually asks, for her WeChat, and she sends him a request. So she mentioned how like she liked him as like an idol or fan, and although she was excited at the time, she also knew that like contacting a fan like this is like not professional, but it was like a dream come true. Like, this is like literally, when I was reading some of this stuff, I was like, this is literally like some drama writers like, and then you contacted them on WeChat, like, you know what I mean? Like, some writer is getting some stuff. So he invited her to go to his hotel one day. She goes, they chat. She tells him, he basically just sweet talks her, according to this, saying stuff like he got a lot of fan letters at the fan sign, but he only opened hers because he already peeped her, from previous events. Said stuff like he always kept her gifts, yada yada yada, a lot of just like, you're so special and things like that. They chatted, it said in the thing, did everything aside from have people relations, but after, when she was about to leave, he was like, don't delete all the messages, don't tell anyone. Some stuff about like how he told her not to go to the airport because he doesn't like seeing fans at the airport. More sweet talking, saying that she's super special. She mentions that like he tells a story about a debut girlfriend that he had, and how like it ended really really like tragically, like with the girlfriend hating him, and because of that he doesn't like want another girlfriend, and that's basically his excuse for not making her his girlfriend. Later on, she finds out that he's meeting other girls in secret. There's a bit about them having like this is kind of hard because if she's done wrong, I feel like she deserves to have a platform, but I also feel kind of weird saying these details. Like, there's a bit about here how she was talking about how they're having condomless sleeping together without condoms.
He was about to be he's about to join that group.
But my thing is, that is dangerous, because if you're lying about somebody seeing other people, that can become very dangerous, because it's like, there's people who are okay with having unprotected, what is a PG word for unprotected sleeping with each other. If you're their only partner, if they're under the impression that you're one-to-one, but when you bring other people in the mix, so if you were lying about that, that's not cool.
Yeah, that's grimy.
Yeah.
If you,
but also I feel weird about reporting this, so especially because, okay, y'all, again, alleged, because I know fans are about to swipe on me, but this is what was reported. And if Lucas, that's what I'm saying, like, be honest. Like, if you did this, because I feel like some people are afraid, because like, to be able to say you didn't do ABC, you have to kind of admit you did XYZ. You know what I mean? So I feel
Yeah.
like that's another reason you get sometimes vague apologies, because it's like, even though I know I didn't do this, I feel like it's kind of putting me in an awkward position because I don't want to admit that I did this, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah, I feel like there's some stuff in here that like you're a crappy person like for doing it, but I guess it's not like career ending. But then stuff like this condom stuff, that's kind of crummy. That's not good.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, so she there's more like kind of like bed pillow talk about how he said some stuff about Chris Wu. She exposed that he uses his online account to vote for himself in online polls.
I
Me,
mean,
if I was famous, I would be on Stan Twitter with my fake account being like,
oh
actually
yeah.
Jay is pretty cool, I don't really
Yeah.
know.
Like we all know, like not there
But
have to
yeah.
be more idols that do that. It's not just him.
Same. She mentioned that he said that he faked a lower back pain on a Korean military show because he was tired and he wanted to just get out of doing it. He felt that he was on this Chinese variety show and he filmed it, and he felt that the edit made him look foolish, so he didn't want to go back. A couple other stuff. I guess this stuff is not really that important. More of this stuff. She actually made a chart of like a timeline between like when he was seeing her and the second victim, to kind of prove that he was like seeing them both at the same time. He found out that there are at least 3 fans he was secretly meeting, like the way he was meeting her. She basically like exposes him. She said that she would have still believed his words and kind of still believed he was like this good guy had he not if it wasn't for the previous victims, because then she was kind of piecing things together. And then there was this like line that I just wanted to put out where she says, "Have you noticed scumbags have something in common? They all say they like kind girls because they always treat girls' kindness as dumbness. That way it is easy to
Mm.
brainwash and control girls, and easy for them to sleep with other fans, cheat, and trick the girls. Everyone should have accountability and be ethical. Cheating and tricking others is not right, especially when the end goal for idols is to encourage everyone to have a positive influence on the world and spread love." So that was what I got up to in terms of people who were accusing him and exposing him. And like I mentioned, both SM and him both did release apologies. SM actually canceled the comeback that Lucas and Hendery. Is it Hendery? I feel like I'm saying that wrong.
I I'm pretty sure it's Henry.
Okay. Come for me in the
Yeah.
comments if I'm saying it wrong. But him
Also,
and
come for
Hendery.
me. I'm supposed to be a fan.
True. But yeah, so SM says, "Hello, this is SM. We are sorry for causing worry over our artist Lucas' private life issues. We acknowledge the seriousness of the issue, and we have decided to suspend the release of all contents of Wavy, Lucas, and Henry's single Jalapeno. Lucas is deeply reflecting on causing damage and disappointment for his wrongdoings, and the company feels responsible as well for the lack of artist management. Once again, we deeply apologize to the people, including the fans, for causing worry due to Lucas' private life issues." Lucas also posted an apology to his Instagram. "This is Lucas. I sincerely apologize to those hurt by my wrongdoings. If given the opportunity, I would like to apologize personally." Okay, so that seems like it's more directed towards the actual people who came forward. I also seriously apologize to the fans who have been giving me a lot of love and support because of this incident. When looking at the situation over the past few days, I looked back on my past actions and truly reflected on myself. Looking back on my past behaviors, it was definitely wrong, and I am irresponsibly throwing away the support fans gave me for a long time. Once again, I would like to say sorry to everyone who feels disappointed in my actions. In order for this to not happen again, I will suspend all planned activities to have time to reflect. Lastly, I apologize to my members, company staff, various business partners, and broadcast stations officials as well for causing harm. I am truly sorry. Okay, so I feel like I didn't give him enough credit. He does kind of touch on like he doesn't say I'm sorry because I kept the Balenciaga windbreaker after I said it was trash. He didn't specifically say that.
Yeah.
But he does mention them, so I my apologies for that. It is a lot of apologizing to the fans and the people who are affected by him possibly having a poor image. But you know, there is there. Jasmine, so how are you feeling about your fave right now? Like what?
Well, my fave isn't part of this issue, so how are you feeling about your fave
No,
though?
I was really shocked. No, for real, I was really shocked. I'm
Yeah.
gonna say allegedly. And guys, if you have like, if there's debunk, literally, I'll pull it up right now. Send me some links. I will pull it up right now, to look at the debunk stuff. But this is what I've been seeing on like the sites and things like that. No, this is very, very disappointing. And like I said, it's kind of hard because like this is his private life, right? Him
Yeah.
being messy and cheating on people is bad, but it's like there's kind of like an ethical, like, should we know about this? But I think the difference here is that these are fans, right? So I feel like it becomes a public issue because if he's going around doing this to fans, fans need to be careful of being played. And I know a lot of people are probably gonna be like, well, they liked him, like they wanted to, like, you know, like the second girl. Oh, the second girl, she's the one who airdropped. You know, I don't know how iPhones work. She airdropped the emoji, so
You
clearly
can
she was into
airdrop a
it.
lot of stuff.
Airdropping
It's
scares me.
creepy.
Yeah. But yeah, she airdropped the emoji or whatever and stuff like that. But I feel like, again, there's that power imbalance where it's just like, you know, like obviously you're a young strapping rich man or whatever, but you know that there's a certain power you would have over like a fan versus maybe like another idol or like a this person or a that person or somebody you know on a personal level or maybe knew you before you were famous. So I feel like, you know, I feel like you would only not be okay with treating people like this, but you'd only feel like you could get away if you knew you really had a hold on them, in my
Yeah.
opinion, allegedly. My question is, Jazz, do you think with a lot of people saying that there's like debunking and there's a lot of fans still standing with him feeling like these people are lying, feeling like they're not being fully truthful, what do you think of this apology? Like, do you think that this is a full admission of guilt or do you think that this is just a cleanup?
Um,
Cleanup on all five.
I feel like I feel like it is an apology to like and the fact that he did do like the main parts of these,
Mm-hmm.
like the accusations, because it just seems like he's like, oh yeah, I looked back on this and was like, oh yeah, this was terrible. Like it seems like he's just like, yeah, I did that.
Mm.
So there's too many things to list that I did. So
No.
here it is. Because like I don't know. That's what it just seems like. My past behavior, like it seems like he's acknowledging that he did have some messed up behavior, especially towards fans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I agree, and I get it. I feel like people, maybe there's like some more information. I wish I had more time to just like look at like the most recent thing that came out. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, a lot of fans, I know a lot of fans don't want to believe this. You know, I can see like maybe like feeling like there's no way, but I just don't see how like after apologizing, you can't
Especially like
believe that
that.
he did at least some of this stuff, right?
Yeah.
And the thing is, we talked about with Sujin from Idol, like how like, you know, whether like what you should do if you like if it's a situation you truly don't feel like you did anything wrong when it gets this big and this controversial, like would people just say they did something just to be able to move on rather than trying to fight and debunk? Like I remember, who was it, Mingyu, when he got into his bullying scandal, they really
Uh,
sat there and like fought it, and I feel like it did good. Like, yeah, there's people who are gonna be like,
yeah.
well, you would have never got the accusations of X, Y, and Z, but I feel like that was a good example of somebody being like, no, I'm not gonna just do like a vague, like I want to actually like get to the bottom of it. So I don't
Yeah.
know, because like I don't know. Sorry, let's read this. Unprotecting canoodling. Thank you, Andre. That's going to be the new canoodling is going to be the new replacement. So Miss Susan doesn't kill me.
Or
uh
woohoo. That
Woohoo.
could
Oh,
be.
okay. Unprotected woohoo.
That's from Sims.
Um, it's kind of an invasion of privacy, but also like warning fans. Yeah, it's good. Like if this was just maybe like girlfriends he met on the street, I'd feel really bad for them. I'd still say that it's a bad thing. But like at the same time, I'm like, okay, maybe I don't know, because it's also really I don't know. That unprotected canoodling is the thing that gets me, especially if you know that you're lying about like possibly having more partners. But I don't know. Child, he was just copying and pasting classic manipulator slash player. Yeah, this was giving me skeeby jeebies, honestly, some of the stuff. Because a lot of it was just like, well, baby girl, you know you're the only one for me. Baby girl, you gotta keep it
Yeah.
on a down low. And I think that's the thing that's really, really scary, because legitly he could be like keep like legitly as an idol, you don't want your business on Front Street. So it's like you could that could be like
Yeah.
a legit like don't tell people about this because like I don't want dispatch to be come snooping or whatever. But it's also a great a great moment to cheat. So he also voted on polls about Chen's marriage.
Like what?
Do you think Chen should get
Kick him
kicked out?
out.
Kick him out and put Lucas and X out. Just
just, just speaking for other people.
what I got from this section is that Lucas is a city boy and a player, a cheat. Oh, not a city boy! No.
You're lying and you're a cheat.
Apparently he told the girls his managers check his transactions so he can't spend his own money. That's the thing that also would be like a really good lie. Like, I don't know if it was the second or third girl. I think it was both the second and third girl who said, like, literally, I would have never even realized he was playing me until I heard these other girls come forward. And then I was like, oh, I was being played. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I'm embarrassed. This is embarrassing. Are you not embarrassed? This is embarrassing. Like, you don't carry Castro. Let's see. Yeah, like fans on Twitter really pushing the whole SM, making him apologize when he was really saying sorry to fans. But I read the statements and it's like, doesn't sound like. Yeah, I feel like it's somewhere in the middle. I don't have the link right now, but regarding some of the alleged fabrication evidence, it looks like some of the pictures were photoshopped. Like they showed a picture of him and allegedly was looking. I did. There was one of the girls. She did mention that like. She was like basically like haters will say it's photoshopped, but like not actually. Like she was like actually like I know some of you will say this is photoshopped, but X, Y, and Z. I don't know.
Why would you say that?
I don't know. That's true.
It sounds kind of.
I mean, haters will say it's photoshopped. Maybe she was just because that's the first thing people do. I remember anytime. I don't want to break.
You won't say that.
I don't want to break this, but that is a common thing. Like. What was the most recent? Oh, remember, y'all, remember when there was that picture that came out of nowhere of Minna and Bam Bam together? It was like they were like kind of laid together, and then people were like, this is Photoshop, and they literally whipped out the Adobe where like contact tracing, like when Bam Bam had that same chapstick on and Minna was wearing that shirt, and they're like, this is Photoshop, but then JYP was like, yeah, that's them together, the picture's real, but they're not dating, okay, bye. And then people were like, no, JYP must be lying because we did the Adobe Photoshop. We did the masking. We used the masking tool. We used the magic wand. Like, what? We said select subject. What are you... Like, they were literally mad because YG was like, nah, that's real. And they had already... so it's hard because fans do like to play that Photoshop game. Every time, them pictures of EXO used to come out and they were smoking or whatever, people would say Photoshopped or whatever. And some of them might have been. That's the thing that's so scary, that you really never know. Because some of them can be, because people are really crazy and they're willing to go to lengths. Another fan site exposed him for crap talking NCT and Super M members. But that site, so they're just like, all right, everyone's like, all right. And another thing, Lucas.
I'm so sorry, but like,
no, say it.
How is he the one that's like out here like trying to drag these members? I'm so sorry. The
That's not where I thought you were going.
What?
That's not where I thought you were going. But
what do you think I was gonna say?
I thought you were gonna say, is it really necessary for them to expose what he says behind his members' back?
Oh. I mean, it's interesting to hear because it's just like, what? And Super M, like he's really gonna come for anybody in Super M, I'm so it's already weird. Like I thought it was weird that he was in the group, but it was like, all right, he's he's a decent rapper. He's good looking. But like to be like, oh well, everyone else in this group is like meh. It's like okay, like calm down.
I I do
I hope that's a lie.
I just hope you wouldn't like crap because I understand like sometimes you're frustrated with your members blah blah, but it's like why would you do that to a stranger, like pretty much a stranger, because it's like you don't he clearly didn't take in these, allegedly from what they're saying, he clearly didn't take these relationships seriously, so why are you throwing information like that all around willy-nilly and thinking that it's never gonna get back to you, especially if
Yeah,
you fully plan on playing these girls.
I just like the part where you said like his he said that his best friend is still a trainee and that he's trash. How is that his best friend? I hope that's not real. like sir,
Frenemies. He said that's my best friend and he's real trash.
but I hate him. Perfect.
Stop. Now y'all dragging it. LOL. And if he was saying some members just got in because they have visuals and no talent. He said Baekhyun was stealing his fashion gigs. Was it Baekhyun that he said? I thought he was just like an unnamed member. Is that who
I was hearing something about Yang Yang too. Like apparently Yang Yang got like I forgot what some fashion thing.
Oh no.
So I was hearing it might be him, and I was like, oh,
I hope.
interesting.
The thing is, so Lucas, I remember first seeing him in Boss, and that was 2018, correct?
Yeah, 2018.
So he was doing this allegedly, as early allegedly as December
As soon as he
2019.
debuted.
Yeah, so
Oh.
I'm just like, he came out straight out the box trying to be in meth. Exactly, he came out. So I'm just like, how do you get an ego? Like, how do you get like that in like a year or half a year? Like, what? Like, how do you always be feeling? Because the thing is, I do remember he was extremely popular very early on. Like, it did not take very long for people to be like, oh, we stand Lucas. I remember he came in with a splash, and I just thought it was really, really like impressive in the fact that it's like you got to distinguish yourself among all these already really beloved members of NCT. So from a kind of a standpoint, I'm like, well, maybe it like went to his head because he was just so popping so early, but like not this allegedly, not this.
Allegedly.
I'm gonna keep saying allegedly. I will take the time though to look up more proof and come back with the story, because I do like to be like very, at least try to be fair as possible. And yeah, thorough and like fair, just to promote, because if somebody feels like if they really truly feel like something was photoshopped, and it might be not 100 way there, even if he did apologize, I want to see that viewpoint, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that is something that I want to look up, but I want to make sure it's nobody manipulating information or anything like that, because people do get emotional when their faves career are on the line, and saying stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen it. That's the thing. I'm not accusing particular fandom or anything, but I've seen people pull things kind of out of thin air or interpret things a certain way because they don't want. I mean, like the whole Photoshop thing I told you with Minna and Bam Bam.
Yeah.
Bam. Like I've seen it so many times happen in K-pop, so I just want to make sure that I mean, even if it's not like this is, it's somebody who really is like, they're doing a good faith argument that this might not be true, not just like, just trying to throw things in thin air.
Sorry, I was just reading the comments and I'm in confusion. That it says it was rumored that Lucas and an unknown male boyfriend, said boyfriend, released some behind photos of him, and now his sexuality is under question.
Wait, what?
Is that real?
Okay, see, the thing is, if you only released it to expose his sexuality, that's kind of messed up. Now, if you also were being played, which I guess Lucas was playing everyone, but allegedly, everyone, allegedly, everything about this is alleged.
You should just put that in the title of your stream.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Just erase everything allegedly. Wait, somebody's saying, honestly, in the end, if all or some of these allegations are indeed true, it doesn't make him a criminal, not trying to downplay him, but it makes him very
Yeah.
shady, trashy, and manipulative. Yes, that's the thing. Like, and that's why I was thinking, if you're honest and come clean, maybe he could come back from this because it's not like Seungri level. But I will say, if the condom thing is true, that's really
Ew.
shady and that's not cool. That's very emotionally abusive. And then also, if he's taking advantage of people like this because he knows they're fans, that's also taking advantage of a power imbalance, which is also not, it's not a good look. um can we, I think, uh uh I'm so stuck between a rock and a hard place because I feel like it's hard having like a platform. It's hard being an influencer. No, just kidding. It's fun having a platform because
Mhm.
like I don't want to be the source of any things that might be ending up being rumors. Like people are like, but
Yeah,
Shay said.
that's why you just say allegedly. Just keep saying it. Just
um,
type it in the chat, allegedly.
Not everyone wants to bring his business out. See what happens when you play people. Yeah, that's another thing. It's like, also, like, yes, it's his private, like, there's a lot of things at play. Like, yes, it's his private life, but he's also going after fans, so then it becomes a public issue. But also,
Yeah.
like, when you do clownery, the clown comes back to bite. Like, you expect
Yeah.
yourself to be like play people and treat them badly and them just to say nothing. Like, that's like not how it's gonna work. Like,
Yeah.
just like, this is a lesser, or I guess like for example, like the whole Irene thing. It's like you don't just like get scot, like somebody's going to remember, it's going to boil in somebody's brain and they'll like expose you. And whether you think it's
Yeah.
worth exposing or you think it's fair, it's like if you just didn't treat people crappy, then you wouldn't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
As the captain of the bisexuals, we don't accept him. For Rico reasons, this is a joke. I mean, this is getting really, really messy. I feel like, he apologized. I think it's important to know what was actually out and being said when this apology was issued,
Mm-hmm.
because I think that's also a thing. Like, if he apologized with these three victims and then other people come back out and say other things, then we have to make sure we're understanding like the timeline of events, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I hope somebody would not just like out him for funsies.
Yeah.
But also, if you played somebody, this is such, like, I'm not expecting idols to be perfect human beings, but don't be scummy person or a bully. Like, point period. But exactly, and don't take it. I mean, don't take advantage of the fact that you're being given, like, literally, it's like a privilege to be in a situation where you have a bunch of adoring fans, right? So for you to see that and be like,
Yeah.
ooh, time to scam, like, what?
Yeah. This is like similar to that what's his name? Ha Young? Ha Young?
Why? Oh, from Tiara, or formerly.
No, the other, remember it was like that Hua Young, and then there was a male Hua Young
Oh,
who
from
was
Worst
saying his
24.
fans smell like
Yeah, that was
that they're
honestly
broken up.
the
That's
worst day of your life because you stand him so much, and then he came out
I
and
mean, I
just,
liked his voice, but not enough to be like, oh my gosh,
yeah.
how dare.
He said, "Girls, get the Listerine strips. They're 99 cents for 3. Y'all breath stink." Like, he was real mean. He said the Colgate is right there. It honestly is. The spin brushes are on sale.
Word for word. That's exactly what he said.
If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, there's a video actually on our channel, and actually it's both me and Jazz talking about how Boys 24 Hwayoung got exposed for crap talking fans behind their back to a former girlfriend. Wasn't it? It was an ex, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and he was saying that the fans breast stink and he hates when they call them Opa. Although not to like that was still a rude move or whatever.
Yeah.
But Wasn't Boys 24 an extreme case where they were very like meet, and it was almost like AKB48 where they're very like meet and greet based. So they were
Yeah,
like,
during the show, I feel like they had like a stage where they would like perform and then they would have to meet with the fans. It was like I think like a weekly thing.
yeah. So it was very
I think,
intense.
yeah,
I mean, not enough
yeah,
to like make fun of the fans, but like I could see getting like frustrated because it's just like this is so much. Like you're overworking us. I like meeting this many fans is just wild.
yeah. It's
But
just weird because I feel like so many idols probably already say this type of stuff.
yeah, don't tell
And
your
then
ex
this girlfriend,
girlfriends.
it's like out there dragging him out and exposing him when other people are probably like, all the other members probably said the same thing.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
they're like, yeah, do you see that girl? Her breath was stank.
That was a scorned ex,
Oh my
though,
God.
right? Like he didn't actually
Yeah.
do anything bad. She was just,
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of messy. Oh my god, man, he's
Hmm?
been off the grid for 5 years. Honestly, random things I remember. Nah, my guy Chanyo was cheating. This is just much worse. Chanyo, I hate cheaters. That's the thing. Like
It's
it's
the tall ones, man.
cheaters are so
Telling you,
bad.
Chris, Chanya,
Oh my god. Well, Chris is on some
Lucas.
other. Chris is
Yeah,
on some
well,
other.
Chris left and then create like
Went insane.
he experienced other things and was like, "Oh my
He's
gosh!"
a
And
mess. That's why he's in jail.
shouldn't experience
Period.
that.
Hold on, let me see if I have the jail emoji. That's why he's in
Jail.
jail. Period. Okay. Wait. Okay. I did that wrong. Kind of wrong. Oh. Jail. Okay. Well, this jail button is busted.
Bust.
Yeah, it's just like, come on, like don't do this. Don't like you like not to play that like, some people have it this way, but it's like, how many people would die for your position? Like,
Yeah,
and like that's how you're gonna use it? Like, and not just to him, to anyone who takes advantage of fans in their love
yeah.
and kind shutting down. Okay, anyway. Takes advantage of their kindness like that. Like, come on. Like,
Yeah.
why? 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 Tell him that it's you.
Listen to my why.
Why?
Mhm.
Somebody new cooking now.
I'm black.
Boom, boom, boom. Um, yeah. It's just like I don't know.
I can see you during the dance on the street. So saying it a second time.
And I'm killing it, so I don't see the problem. Somebody new cooking.
It's funny because that is how it looks though.
Okay. I was like, calm down, sir. Take it easy.
Take it easy, man.
Take it easy. But for real, somebody new. No, just kidding. But yeah, Chanyeol's was messy. It's just like you like if you do me wrong, like yeah, I can take the high road and be like, I shouldn't really expose him or her or them because their career, but also I don't have to. And I feel like a lot of people who wow like this, like not just idols but celebrities in general, and expect it not to come back around, like, huh? Your world fame, the world knows who you are. Like what?
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. And it's like
The confidence.
exactly
So high.
That's why I just really feel like he was like, I got these girls missed and I'm telling them you're the only one for me. Like one girl was talking about how like, oh yeah, like I felt like he was just a man who wanted love, and it was really giving me like K-drama. Like it was like, oh my god, like my mom sold me to Wavy or whatever and like fell in love with Lucas, or like, my idol fave like spotted me in the crowd and like, said he wanted to be mine. Like when people envision that, they envision like this very sanitized dream, like he found out what love was through our WeChat messages, like things like that. So it's just like I don't blame these girls for being like, oh maybe this is like like believing him and being like, maybe this is like, maybe it's just me and stuff like that. But like when you find out you're being played, you know, the girl, one of the girls asked him multiple times if he was dating someone. He'd say no each time, you know, finding
Yeah.
out that like some of the stuff that you originally thought was like him being sweet was just him trying not to get caught with his other 18 wives. So it's just like, obviously I'm gonna be salty. Like it's just like
Yeah.
if you just had like an ex that did you dirty like that, you would be like, I'm gonna get you back if it's the last thing I do. And like, yeah, some people can say it's petty, but like at the same time, why do I have to take the high road for you? Why? You didn't take the high road for me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. This is not a good look. And you know, I do not that I have anything to do with it. But like I do encourage Lucas, if he felt like some of these were mistold or something, be honest about it. You know? But if you
Yeah.
really knew you did this girl's wrong, even if you at the time didn't think it was that wrong, you made your bed, now lay in it.
Yeah.
And that's
Stop. Stop.
you made your bed, now go to sleep. You made your
The
pig
face
pen,
that you
now eat some hay.
made. I thought you were gonna say some slop.
You made your pen, now eat some slop. He was rated E for everyone. Don't do this. Sorry, I
Oh
missed some of the
no.
talk about Chanya. But guys, we've come to that part of the podcast, and I forgot to get a picture, but
A pig.
reporting live. It's Jazz
Ew.
with the shoe minute. What's our boy doing? The podcast boy.
He no longer has COVID, so there's that.
Yay!
So now he's returning to his stuff, but that's about it. I mean, that's the last thing I saw. Hold up.
Yeah, that was a
Let me
while
go.
when that happened. I think that was like one of the first things you sent me.
Yeah,
When we yeah.
this week has been so long.
Yes, it's been so long, and every day they're like, "No, this thing is happening." But that's good that he's recovered, and you know, hopefully he's feeling better, and he can get back to you know, work. He can finally make his
Play.
appearance on our podcast that he's been promising.
Oh gosh,
I'm asked.
just imagine.
Wait,
I wish.
what do you mean? He is coming. Watch me like make a fake screen with just a picture of him.
And his mouth just moves like a puppet.
Well, Jazz and Jay,
Like
when I
South
was in the
Park.
army. That'd be crazy.
Oh my gosh. I forgot there's an echo down here. And it scared the mess out of me. I don't know what it heard that I said, but it thought I said its name and was like, sorry, I cannot.
Oh my god, when you said echo, I thought you meant like, hey, 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 hey. I was like,
Oh, no,
it
no.
just appeared?
Amazon Echo.
Okay.
I would say her name, but I'm scared she's going to be like, sorry, I cannot find that again, and scared a mess out of me.
Yes, congrats to Shoe Men. All right, so that was the Shoe Minute. And we're done on our topics today. So I'm going to turn you know, the mic over to you guys, and let's talk about what has been happening in hot topics. I did see that Cheon, she's struggling a bit on Street Woman Fighter Woman 2 Mortal Kombat back again, Electric Bungalow. she's I haven't been watching it. I do want to check it out, but I've been just seeing articles here and there. But I saw that she cried because she felt like she wasn't keeping up with the other like dancers, which I think is I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah, there was a discussion I saw sparked in the comment section of where I was reading it about how like there's a lot of idol dancers who, how do I put this, who are just really good at choreography, but they couldn't freestyle for the life of them. And whether that makes them less of a dancer, whether they can't be classified as real dancers because they can't freestyle, like,
Yeah,
people's opinion. I don't
it's
know.
so weird
What do you
about
think?
that because I always find it's very similar to singing,
Mm-hmm.
where it's like a lot of singers can't write their music, so it's like why should they like, or at least not their lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
So does that take away from their ability to sing? Like probably not.
Mm-hmm.
Like in my opinion, it doesn't. So I feel like it's very similar to dancing, where it's like if you can't choreograph, it's like it doesn't take away. Like if you can still move
Mm-hmm.
very fluidly and like generate positive or like the correct emotion from the audience, then you're still a great dancer.
Mm-hmm.
You're just not a choreographer and a dancer.
Would you rate somebody who was good at freestyling, like two people who maybe, in terms of like flow and musicality, pretty much the same, but like one, when you said freestyle, they kind of just froze, and the other one could freestyle. Would you say that that person was a better dancer because of their ability to freestyle, or would you still rate them the same? Or choreograph, I guess.
Mm,
I guess that's two.
I guess it's like a hard one. I guess I would give them props for
Mm-hmm.
being able to choreograph. But if I still don't feel the same way that I feel about like when they dance, like compared to the other person, I'll probably still put the other person above them.
Mm. Okay. Yeah, that's fair. Um,
It's all about execution, I feel like, in my opinion.
That's true. It's like I agree in this in the realm of singing a lot. Like there's people who I know can sing, but I don't really enjoy their voices. Vice versa, there's like people who aren't really that strong at singing, but I really enjoy how they sound. So like I like it anyway. So um the Queendom mini album apparently is doing very well. I did see that their first week sales were the highest ever, which is really really good. I feel like there's like usually a point in time where an artist will like kind of plateau, but it's good to see that they're doing well.
Yeah.
Leanne says Unji from A Pink is taking legal action against her stalker. Have you heard of this, Jazz? I did not know she was having trouble with a stalker.
The stalker? What the heck? Well, I mean, no, she's an idol, so
Mm, that's crazy. Well, that's good because
that's
yeah,
annoying though.
stalkers are always so tricky. I think because I know a lot of times with stalking, people are like the police will be like, "Well, if they haven't killed you yet, there's nothing we can do."
It sounds so lovely. Like, are you alive? Okay. You're speaking to me? Okay, yeah, okay, sure. Anyway, so we can't do anything.
Yeah. They're like, I don't know about that one, Chief.
Call
Sorry.
us when you're stabbed.
Um
Then we might.
then we'll think about it. But other than that, get out of here.
We'll take
Um
our time.
a Daisy says, okay, I think being a dancer and a choreographer is different though. Okay, I could see that. Cause I guess freestyle is more off like the top of the dome versus like being able to put a dance together. Um, I don't know. Heather says, I mean, I guess because I guess it's like if I compare it to maybe rapping, like being a rapper that can recite
Versus,
raps, being a rapper that writes raps, and then being a rapper that can freestyle. Those are like three different things. Like freestyle off the top of the dome, like that kind of meaning of freestyle. Because I know people have different meanings, but I don't know. I mean, here's the thing. I'm not gonna
like
lie.
rap's such a weird thing
How so?
where it's like I feel like a lot of rap was like it was you made your own raps in the
Mm-hmm.
beginning, so it's like it had like a different, I don't know, start in my opinion. It was like I feel like I don't know, it just seems like a different area where it's like I feel like a lot of people can rap,
Mm-hmm.
but like even I feel like even average people can rap. Compared to like with singing, I feel like there's a lot that goes into that. While rapping, I feel like it's kind of like a lot of people can rap. You can, I don't know.
Speak.
It
Well,
might be my bias.
I think the impressive part of rapping is the fact that you make it up yourself. While the impressive part of singing is
Yeah,
like the actual like notes and things like that. But I think with dancing, if
yeah.
I'm being honest, if somebody's like, "Yeah, I'm a good dancer. Like I dance. Like dancing's my life." And then I'm like, "Okay, break it down now." And they're just like, come on, knock on my door." Like I'd be shocked. I would. I'd be like,
Well,
uh
yeah. I feel like if you're a good dancer, you can at least bring out something. It might not be like the most original thing,
Hmm.
but usually I feel like if you're a good dancer, you can be like, oh, well, I remember doing this type of dance a couple of years back. It's still in the back of my head. Let me do that, break out that dance or something. It's not necessarily like freestyle, but like it's still something where they can break it out,
Yeah, I
if
can
that
see
makes
that.
sense.
But if, like, for example, an idol dancer was like, "Hello, in Yangaseo, I am the idol dancer. I'm the dancer of the group," and then somebody's like, "Okay, dancer, start some music," and then like it's just like they're not really doing anything. Would you be like, "How good are you really?"
Um,
Like there are some people, and I feel like people are being annoying because I'm being kind of like, I don't want to say sexist, but somebody was like, yeah, it always annoys me when like, idol will be like, oh, I can dance, or they were talking about female idols specifically, but they're like, oh yeah, I'm the dancer, and then it's like freestyle time, and they're just like flipping their hair and swaying their hips. There's like a guy version of that too, like, but they're like,
humping the floor.
yeah, I'ma take you down.
Like Edon humping the floor.
Guys, go watch. We
Oh my
have a
gosh.
reaction. Yeah, we have a reaction of Don performing, or Don performing at a concert and he's just doing the most wild. Y'all gotta go watch it. Go look it up. It's on the channel. But I saw an article in Kpop where netizens were questions of Boa, Daniel, and Taeyong. Taeyong from NCT were qualified to judge. I'm not too
Edge what?
um there was an article in K-pop where netizens were questioning Boa, Daniel, and Taeyong whether they're qualified to judge. So I'm guessing
Like what?
the judges on the Street Fighter show. I don't know. I don't really like male judges because it's a woman show, right? For women. Like I don't know if I like male judges because I feel like it's different.
Mm, yeah. I
Uh,
think like it would benefit to having more women than
yeah, me
like,
too.
but
Let me look
I
up
don't
the
mind a
show.
guy just being there.
No,
It
unless he's
gives a
the
different
janitor.
it gives a different perspective, I
No,
guess.
no men. Just kidding. Just kidding, guys. Let's see.
Forgot Daniel was a dancer, technically, I feel like.
Street
I forgot.
woman. This name is crazy. Street woman
Like
fighter. Like nobody's
I'm just
fighting.
imagining saying it. Yeah, like why is it called that? It sounds more like, if anything, a rapping show.
Yeah, it's like for
Maybe.
what? I don't even think that's what
Like I
it's
would think it was
called.
kick fighting or something.
Street woman fighter. Like I get the street is probably from street dancing, but who is fighting? Who's throwing? Who's swinging? Okay, so the judges are okay. Daniel's the MC main host. Boa is a regular is a judge. Taeyong is a judge. Sai was a
Wow.
guest. Kim Yeri was a oh wait, what? Oh, okay. They're just naming contestants now. But it looks like Daniel's the MC. So in Daniel in being the MC, does he actually get any like judging? Like, does he actually get to say? Like, does he actually get to say? I don't know. What do you think? I'm not as familiar. Like, I know that Taeyong is good at dancing. Daniel, I'm not
Yeah.
as familiar with his dancing.
Yeah, he was a dancer, I
Like, I
think.
don't really hear a lot about
Mainly.
him though. So
Yeah. Taeyong. I don't know. I was gonna say Taeyong I thought was kind of interesting because he's one of those people that's like he's not a good freestyler.
mm.
But he is a very good dancer.
Yeah, I was gonna say he is a good dancer. Um, I would think I would want to see somebody who's showed off multiple types of dancing because I feel
Mm,
like you can be an expert, but I feel like if you can pick up a lot of different styles, that's very
so
impressive.
Kai, I'm saying. He did
Also,
ballet. He kept doing those pirouettes or whatever for like the first 3 years, it
yeah, I
looks
was gonna say he was like, I will pirouette on the stage. I don't care. I don't care if
Yes,
this
I
is
did
a dance
ballet.
track.
Pirouettes.
But yeah, I agree. Bo is definitely qualified. I feel like she's been there and done that. Wait, what is it about? Did y'all hear about Winter and Cat story? No, what happened there? Um, Hyoyeon. Oh, she did release a song, didn't she?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I'll make sure to have a bigger comeback section to talk about music next time, because I basically had to cut that part because it would just be. I mean, this is already 3 hours, and I try to keep. Oh, it's about to be 4, and I try to keep it under like
No, no.
2.
Is it?
But yeah, Street Woman Fighter is a dance competition show. Um, who's excited for the SNSD reunion? Have they officially confirmed it? I know there was like news of them filming together, but has there been like word like, hey girls, who's ready for a comeback party? Okay, I forget how that song goes, but listen
Ha,
my best.
ha, holiday,
Ha,
ha,
holiday.
holiday.
Come on now. Come on,
It's
girls.
holiday.
All right, guys. So, I think it is time. It's closing time. The bar's wrapping up, y'all. So, before we go, Jazz, any last words before I end you?
I feel like my arms got more sore as this went on.
It's because you're putting in work on the podcast.
Like literally, I feel like both my arms I can't unfold. Um, that's that. So those are my last.
She's like, final thoughts. I am dying as we speak. All
Yeah,
right. See you
totally.
next time, folks. Well, thank you. Thank you for that, Jazz. I hope you live to see the next episode. Just the next episode. After that, you know, you're fun to pass.
Yeah, I can just go. Okay. I
Um,
needed that.
but yes, guys, unfortunately, we are wrapping up. This is the end of the podcast. Thank you guys so much, as usual, for joining me tonight at the Sleepy Idol. It's always fun to sit back, relax, and have a nice day with you. It's rainy outside, guys, as you probably saw from the opening. It's really, really rainy. Also, I did want to mention I'm working on making a recreation of my iconic. Is it gross calling something I made myself iconic? But my iconic blackboard name wall, but I want to do it neon sign, so I'm about to cut to something to show you guys what it looks like, what I'm trying to. So as you can see, I already have some idol things up, so send me a thingy of what you guys want me to, like the other
EXO?
Not EXO. They don't. No, just kidding. I was trying to find out how to do exos and like colors, but I only got a couple done, unfortunately. It was my project for this week and I kind of failed. But if you have any idols you want to see go on the wall, I'll probably use it for like the intro or something like that. Let me know. Also, this will be my last stream for the week. Yeah, this week was a bit bare, and next week is probably going to be a bit bare too, just because I have some stuff going on, but I will make sure to let you guys know what next week's going to look like, either on Monday or Friday when I put up a new thingy. Also, I've opened up memberships. Ooh, this is cute. Do you want to be an official card carrying member of the Sleepy Idol? Well, today's your day. Hit the join button and you can be an official member of the Sleepy Idol, where you get perks such as a membership badge, also other things, pictures. I forget what my tier lists are, but yeah.
Wow.
Listen, I meant to announce this like years ago.
Other things.
Oh, you get like emotes. You get my emojis, which the first couple are similar to the ones that I have on Twitch, but fear not, I'm adding more, such as official jail emoji, an official bop emoji, official flop emoji. So yes, if you want to be a card carrying member of the Sleepy Idol, make sure you do that. In addition to that, yeah, I think I already said that. Make sure to follow me on everything, because I go on everything occasionally. Actually, make sure to follow me on Twitter, because that is where I have my update. Like, that's where I most frequently put updates about delays or when I'm randomly going live and things like that. So make sure you check that out. Other than that, guys, you don't gotta go home, but you gotta get the heck out of here. Don't worry. I heard that there was another bar on 35th and Crenshaw that stays open a little later than the Sleepy
I thought we
Idol.
were on 30th.
We're on 32nd in Crenshaw. They're trying to encroach on our area. Yeah, I'm gonna get them shut down. I'm gonna get them shut down soon enough. But yeah, y'all, you don't gotta home. I still have Break's credit card, so if anyone wants a last drink before you go home, it's on me. And by that I mean it's on Break. But let's put our glasses up for our last toast. Happy birthday, belated birthday to Gisela if you're still here. Hope everyone has a wonderful Friday and a wonderful weekend. And I will see you next time at the Sleepy Idol. Doors are closing, guys. Get out of here. Get. Okay, let me stop.
Wow.
I'll see you guys.
You sound like a freaking southerner.
You don't have to go, but you gotta get out of here. Yeah. I forgot why I put that thing. Yes, it's gonna be rainy again because it's the same day. Okay, guys, it's rainy.